matter what. With fast service, trusted technicians, and rental backups, ask sales, rental, parts, service. We're on it at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by your local ASCO today.
You're losing your hair, and you want a simple solution guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's quick, one-day treatment is offered in a calm, relaxed environment. With top-rated physicians and modern technology, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. So schedule your free consultation for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 469-599-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The Senate has once again failed to break the deadlock over federal funding, rejecting both Republican and Democratic plans as the government shutdown continues its third day. Democrats making health care their top priority in the standoff, pushing to expand subsidies for millions under the Affordable Care Act. Hamas has responded to President Trump's proposed peace plan for Gaza, agreeing to give up power and release the remaining hostages, but saying other elements need more consultation. Trump now says Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza. Sean Combs is sentenced to over 4 years in prison for transporting people across state lines for sexual encounters. North Carolina's Democratic Governor Josh Stein signs into law a criminal justice measure pushed by Republicans in response to the stabbing death of a Ukrainian refugee on a Charlotte train. The law bars cashless pay for certain violent crimes and seeks to restart executions in North Carolina. I'm Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
Live, loud, and always playing the hits.
New songs.
I listen every morning.
New artists.
They really get me.
Welcome to your favorite place.
Cass County Radio, KALT AM 900 and 95.5 FM.
Cass County Radio, KALT. Good morning, or good evening. I don't even know what time it is. It doesn't matter. It is time. It's time. Kind of like UFC, right? It's time for the Sonic America's Drive-In Scoreboard and Coaches Show. And we are fired up. What a game we just finished up right here on Cass County Radio, KALT. And good morning to you, or good evening to you. I'll spit it out eventually. We'll figure it out. But, hey, tell me where you're watching from and what game you were interested in. That's what we want to know. But here's a couple of things I need to let you know. You ready? Are you paying attention? Here's the big thing. You ready? So the first thing is, if I try to turn this off, there we go. The first thing is you were watching on Facebook Live. That's right, Cass County Radio, KALT. YouTube, Cass County Radio, KALT. Roku, Live 365, and Hey Alexa, play Cass County Radio. And then, of course, there's an app for that. And then the old-fashioned way, 900 AM, 95.5 FM, and the World Wide Web, CassCountyRadio.com. All right, well, good evening to you. As I said, we just got done wrapping up the Atlanta Jefferson ball game, and it was crazy. It's crazy. Man, the defense is unbelievable. But we're going to reach out to Coach Morton in just a little bit. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the scoreboard. All right, we're going to start in 5A Division II, and let's go with it.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, let's go ahead and start off with Argyle, 65-17. This is 5A Division II, by the way. Alice gets upset by Toulouse Midway, 28-7. If you know, you know. Burleson on top of Grapevine in the fourth quarter, 36-14. A lot of Corpus Christi schools. We're just going to blow right past them. South Oak Cliff defeats Dallas Hillcrest 55-0. Seagoville at halftime leads Dallas Spruce 14-3. Nederland and Dayton tied up 42-42. I love when them big schools get like that. I'm just going to say that. Hallsville, big win, or big winning, I should say. 52-14 over Jacksonville. Hallsville on the road, by the way, doing that. Melissa, let's see. I just had Melissa. Where'd you go? Melissa. Hello, Melissa. Where did you go? We'll bring you back, all right? How about that? Melissa leads Lovejoy 35-14. Huntsville trails Port Neches Groves 39-29. Lubbock Cooper leads Wichita Falls Legacy 49-26. Marshall, struggle bus, but leading the game over Mount Pleasant on the road 7-3. How about that? Of course, we like the coach from Marshall, so if they win, we'll call them. There's no doubt about it. Texas High, 64-21 on top of White House. Yeah, they're not playing around. They're going to try to go as far as they can this year, all right? But there you go. That is 5A Division I, and I'm ready to go to another division. How about you? You ready? Let's go 4A Division I. Let's go.
Are you ready? Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m.
2 a.m. That's right, 2 a.m. Go get you a corn dog. Salina over Aubrey, 48-7. This is 4A Division I, as I said. Brownwood kills Ingleside, 62-0. How about that? Yikes! Bridge City on top of Vidor, 48-17. Burnett leading San Angelo Lakeview, 46-36. Argyle Liberty Christian defeats Canyon West Plains, 41-35. I love those kind of scores, man. I'm telling you. No defense, all right? Okay. Anyways, Decatur wins again. Man, they're doing some work this year. On the road, they win 57-24 over Fort Worth Eastern Hills. All right? Springtown defeats Fort Worth Carter Riverside 56-0. Kilgore on top of Henderson on the road 27-12. That's a big game right there. Frisco Panther Creek on top of Paris 51-12. And Seminole defeats Hereford 45-28. All right, and let's see. Let's go to another score there. And some of these scores are trying to hide from me. There they are. All right, Maybank getting slapped around by Pine Tree 64-8. Yeah, Maybank moved up classification, said, hi, fellas. Yeah, they're not having fun there. Tyler Chapel Hill all over Palestine 72-28. Yikes. Uvalde loses to Somerset 43-22. Ruston, Louisiana comes over to Texas and takes on Stephenville. Stephenville says, get on back to Louisiana. 28-12 final there. And let's see. Clint defeats Clint Mountain View, or they're leading them 21-14 right now. And Hidalgo and Rio Grande City Guerrilla 0-0 in the third quarter. Talk about defense, right? Or maybe lack of offense. We don't know unless you know. All right, 4A Division II, let's go.
Are you ready? Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now
Melissa!
open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
Don't be talking about equipment. I like those guys over there, Coach Weber and Coach Wasson. Shane. Good evening, Shane. Hey, Melissa. Eat that ice cream. And, yeah, we were talking about Melissa, the Cardinals. All right, we are 4A Division II. Let's go. Sweeney falls to Brookshire Royale, 19-13. Caddo Mills falls to Sanger, 49-20. Let's see. We got Carthage. Oh, sorry. They had a 4.5-hour drive to San Benito. 41-3, and it wasn't even that close. It was 41-0 at halftime, okay? Just going to say that. Big Spring falls to Fort Stockton, 42-21. Let's see who else we want to do, right? We got to do somebody else, right? Get over here. All right, and let's see. Told you about Brownwood already. Van Alstyne falls to Crum, 23-19. How Van Alstyne has fallen after this past year. Graduation can kind of hurt. Bushland holds on to beat Perryton, 35-28. Zapata over Purcell, 42-6. Hidalgo, and I already told you about that game. And let's see. I got Diebold losing to Shepherd 38-28 in the fourth quarter. And then, nobody else exciting right there. So let's go to 3A Division I. Like I said, you heard a great game here on Cass County Radio, KALT.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
By the way, I had me a couple of corn dogs before I went to work. Came up. I've been here all day working on statements and stuff. But, yeah, stopped at Sonic, got me a couple of corn dogs and a large unsweet tea. Good evening, Effie. By the way, nobody has said anything yet. Did anybody say that? Hey, good evening, Robin. Did anybody notice the ticker going down below? Huh? That's right. And then guess what? We're going to do something else. So when we call Coach Morton, you guys want to see what we're going to do? You guys want to see it? You want to see it? Here it is. You ready? Here it comes. Here it is. Where's it at? Show up. Here we go. Where are you at? It should be showing up. There it is. Boom. Boom. So we'll have the logo right there, right? Yes, Atlanta won. But, yeah, we got the logo right there, and, yeah, we're pretty excited about that. I'm just going to say that. But I think I'm going to move it. You guys okay with that? I'm going to move the logo, all right? Don't tell Randy, okay? I'm going to aggravate Randy a little bit. No, I'm going to leave it. No, I'm going to move it. Nope, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, anyways, let's go to 3A Division I. I'm just talking. Left corner, is that where you want it? No, it can't go left corner because it'll cover up the ticker. All right, let's see. How about I put it underneath the banner of the scoreboard? Huh? What about that? We're kind of messing around here. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do that. But see, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, Randy, what have you done? Nope. It's not going to let me do it. All right, we're going to leave it right there. How about that? All right. Well, anyways, we're going to take it off right now because we're not talking to Coach Morton yet, but we're going to go back to the scoreboard, all right? The view. I tried the view. Are you giving me a hard time, Brittany? That's where it is on y'all's view is bottom left corner, not top left corner. Not top left? I got it top left. All right, well, I took it down right now. All right, let's see. If I can grab it right there. Oh, no, I don't want to go that big. Okay. Shh. All right, everybody calm down. All right, let's go back to the scoreboard. Lord, what are we doing this evening? I don't have a clue. All right, let's go. I did not get to organize things here like I wanted to, but that's all right. We're going to try to do it later. I've been working on statements all evening. All right, here we are, 3A Division I. All right, I got Atlanta. Big winners over Jefferson. Big interception towards the end of the game, 22-15. And I thought Coach Morton was going to run on the field and try to tackle him. Malakoff is falling to Commerce. Commerce is shocking the world, people. 44-31 in the fourth quarter. I mean, they upset number 1 Winsboro last week, right? By the way, speaking of Winsboro, big winners tonight. All right, we'll talk about that. All right, Whitesboro leads Dallas Life Oak Cliff 29-21 in the fourth quarter. Same district as Commerce and Malakoff, all right? That's a final now. 29-21, Whitesboro wins. It just went final. Pottsboro, 44-14 over Dallas Madison. That's right. And let's just keep on going. Mount Vernon, big winners over Eustis, 55-0. Gladewater, big winners over Sabine. Coach Lewis over there, 47-0. Atlanta, Gladewater, both 2-0 in district play. Here's the thing. They've made the playoffs. Win one more game, it's a sure thing for sure, okay? But, yeah, let's not put the cart before the horse. All right, let's see. Who else? Hallettsville falls to Rockport Fulton, 34-13. Jim, we don't know who that is. Winsboro defeats Mineola 47-30. And I got Palmer falling to Pilot Point 44-28. And then Canadian gets beat on the road. Shallow Water 52-20. Jimmy Bryan and I both love us some Canadian, all right? Tatum falls to Texarkana Liberty Ilo 28-13. And that's all the scores I got for 3A Division I. Let's go one more division down to 3A Division II, and then we will start calling the coaches.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
By the way, shout out to Britt Espinoza, who's in DeKalb. I have been right for the last, 2 years on when DeKalb's going to win and lose. I picked them to win tonight, and I was wrong. Dangerfield wins that game 45-28, and she's over here going, you haven't told me I was right, because she said, we're going to lose. I was like, no, you're not. You got a chance to win. So anyways, Dangerfield with the win, so we'll be calling Coach Nelson and everything, all right? All right, here we go. Childress defeats Stafford 41-26, and then Dangerfield, like I said, 45-28 over DeKalb, and that was Dangerfield on the road. So, like I said, we'll call Coach Nelson in just a little bit. Quitman falls to Edgewood 62-7. Shane said they're terrible. I had to get on to him. Don't be talking trash on people. Grand Saline, the Indians. That's the team right there. When Edgewood and Grand Saline meet each other, it's going to be a great game. 42-6. All right. Hooks holds on to beat Timpson on the road 34-28. Hugh Springs. Queen City was leading this game 18-16, I believe it was, or 18-13. And Hugh Springs comes back to win the game 37-18. We'll try to call Coach Worrell after a little while. Muleshoe gets beat by Dalhart 59-0. Newton wins over New Waverly 54-0. New Boston on top of Redwater 37-20. We'll definitely call Coach over there. Prairieland defeats Paris Chisholm 17-6. And then who else we want to talk about? Is there anybody else we really want to talk about? West Rusk, 48-0 over Winona. Woodville, they're not playing people. 62-0 over Warren. All right? And I think that's good enough. All right? So I say let's go to the phone line. What do you think? Deanna Frost Harrison says, wrong. That's right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. There were some things going on that I knew about, and that's why I told her DeKalb was going to win. So I was wrong. It's the first time I've been wrong about DeKalb in 2.5 years. So there you go. All right. And you know what? And I'll tell Coach Nelson. Plus, I'm mad at him and his wife right now. All right. Yeah. So there you go. All right. So with that, Gilmer, my half brother, was great in high school. Hurt his knee, had to stop. I think Gilmer had a bye this week. All right? Yeah, Gilmer had a bye this week, I believe. But you know what? We can double check, because I could be wrong again tonight now that I've got a complex. All right? So let me double check. But I think they had a bye. All right? So we're going to check real quick, and then we're going to call. Yes, they had a bye. Woo! All right, so I was right. Okay? All right, so now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start it off with Coach Morton, and we're going to reach out to the Atlanta Rabbits coach and see if he's in the mood to talk yet. I mean, they just won a big game here. I got some text message in here going on. All right, sorry I can't talk right now at 8:40 a.m. I have no idea who that is, but that's okay. And we'll ignore that. That happened earlier. And, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm ready now. You guys ready? I think I'm ready. By the way, I'm waiting for someone to go, Jim, I love the ticker down at the bottom. I'm waiting for that. No one's really said anything unless I point it out to you. And I'm just like, really? That's how we're going to do things? So, yeah, I'm getting on to you guys. All right, here we go. Phone is ringing, or at least I think it is. All right, so let's go. Let's do it.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
That's right. We're reaching out to the athletic director, head football coach of the Atlanta Rabbits, who are now 2-0 in district play, 5-1 overall. Defensive.
Please stay on the line.
Okay. I think he put us on hold. Are you serious? You put us on hold, dude? Is this how the show's going to start out? Okay, that's awesome. Well, you know what? I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to reach out because I was wrong. I'm going to reach out to Coach Nelson. How about that? All right, since he didn't answer the phone. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, now he's going to call. All right, there he is right there. I already started a cool introduction and everything. Joining me on the phone line is the athletic director, head football coach of the Atlanta Rabbits, now 5-1 overall, 2-0 in district play. Big win versus Jefferson, 22-15. I thought you were going to run out on the field and tackle the young man that had the interception towards the end of the game.
Yeah, Caden Linwood.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jim.
Well,
Tired, man.
Are you?
Relaxed, but I'm very, very excited, very proud of our team.
Well, it sounds like you're getting in the car to go home already.
No, man, I always park my car down at the stadium so I can talk to you on the way without any distraction.
Okay.
So,
all right. So you've been waiting for me to call. Is that what you're saying?
I have.
Okay.
Just get away from all the noise and just sit in my car doing nothing for about the last 15 minutes.
All right. All right. You know what? I forgot to do something. We got a brand new graphic on there. You'll have to check it out later, not right now. So,
Gotcha.
So we got the banner. It says Friday Night Scoreboard, and of course Sonic's logo because they sponsor it, and then our logo, and then at the bottom we got a ticker for all the scores, local schools.
Yeah.
And then when I'm talking to a coach like you, we've got your logo, the school logo in the top left corner. So someone doesn't have to go, hey, who's that you're talking to? They know it automatically. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. The first half, man. How exciting was the first half? The offense seemed to be clicking. The defense was slapping people down and everything. How did you feel going into it?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we played really good for about, 20 minutes of the first half.
Yep.
The last 4 minutes we didn't play very well and allowed them to gain some momentum before the end of the half with that score. So that was disappointing. But I just knew that if we would just stay the course, we preached to our guys to stay the course, stick to our identity, and stay together, and we'll find a way. And, Jim, we're running this program based off of faith in God first, trying to do the right thing, trying to grow good men, and I think that that's the foundation of everything, and it's showing up in the critical moments because, when things go bad, it's character, it's faith, it's all the bedrock morals and virtues that come to the top, good or bad, virtues or vices. And I think I'm being a little philosophical, but the reason we're able to come out on top tonight is because of the way we've built this thing from last off season and all the way through the summer and up to week 6 now.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. You've been talking about identity on Mondays. We've been talking about defense and run the ball. Defense and run the ball.
That's who we are.
But defense showed up tonight. The run game, we struggled a little bit. Do you agree with that?
I agree. Yeah, man, you're talking about one of the stoutest front sevens in 3A Division I.
Yes, exactly. And you said that.
Former 3-time district MVP at Mike linebacker. We knew they were stout on defense, but we stuck to who we are, and we just kind of plugged away, and we made some plays in the passing game. We had to, and for the most part, we protected the football, and we found a way to come out on top.
Well, he only had one interception tonight, Braden Thompson did, and it was more like a punt. It was like throw it up there.
It worked out good for us.
Yeah, exactly. So that worked out good. There was a couple of times that he tucked it and took off, and I think there was a long third down play that he ended up being a yard or two short, and fourth down, y'all went for it and made it. There was a couple times that that you guys were like, you know what, we're doing this, and you did it.
Absolutely. He was tremendous tonight. The play he makes there on 4th and 2, Coach Morton called a bootleg because they were so stout against the run. They're stuffing us pretty much all night.
Yes.
So he called a bootleg, and worst case scenario, they bring 2 guys off the backside edge right in his face, and he pulls up and finds Dre Simmons over the middle of the field for a first down. Without that conversion, we don't throw the screen to Riley and score the touchdown to go ahead.
Right.
So you want to talk about ice water in your veins as a freshman quarterback. Unbelievable. I mean, an unbelievable play.
Well, you and I talked about it. We said that, by the end of the year, he's going to be, he'll be a sophomore, Yep. He's maturing fast, and he's being, it's trial by fire. He's being dunked and coming out and tearing it up and doing what he's supposed to do. Does he make perfect plays all the time? Absolutely not. But when it counts, he has been. And but I'm telling you right now, you and I talked about a quarterback spy, and it looked like it sounded like you guys were running a quarterback spy. Yay or nay?
We did some. Yeah, the quarterback was dangerous with his legs. Our defensive line did a tremendous job of getting pressure. Coach Whaley's really good at coaching those guys on pass rush. C.J. Whaley and Cam Williams, I don't know how many sacks we had. We had a bunch.
Yeah.
And they couldn't block our defensive front either, you know. Give up 15 points and played a ton of possessions, you know. So it's just it was two very good football teams battling it out. You know, Jefferson, they are 3-3 right now. They're the best freaking 3-3 team in the state. So
I agree. Now, let me ask you this. I got to ask some personal questions now. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So I flipped it on YouTube, turned the volume down, listened to Dylan and Laney and Eric. All right. I see you. You're all tucked in. You look all cool and stuff. Then I see your brother with his shirt untucked. And then I see Coach Whaley with his shirt untucked. I'm like, what are these guys doing? So what's up with that? Is that the OC and the DC, they get to do that or what?
I mean, they can be comfortable, man. I'm not worried about that. That's the least of our problems.
All right.
Half the freaking staffs in the state are wearing athletic clothes out there.
Yeah.
Go look at PG and shoot, even Titano's guys tonight. They're wearing freaking sweatpants and a Nike shirt. So we're dressed like we're going to the ball compared to them.
Yeah, I know. I just had to throw down on it because it was just funny to me. Now there was one bizarre play. I think it was the face mask on Thompson. Yeah. But then there was a personal foul on us. They called a personal foul face mask on Landon Harper. He said he never touched the guy's face mask. Yeah, I didn't see it. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, that was a huge play. He's offsetting. You know, I don't know, man. Didn't see that when I saw them about rip his helmet off. That's all I saw.
Yeah.
But,
well, there were 4 flags or 3 flags right there. I was like, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, now, what play do you think was the biggest play defensively for you guys? The pick at the end of the game?
No, I think probably the pick early in the game when they were driving. Dre Simmons made a big time play down there in the north end zone.
Yes.
It was a tremendous. But Jim, there was a ton of big plays, big sacks, interceptions. I'm telling you, man, our identity shined tonight. We know who we are, and like I said, we stuck to it. And you know, I think a lot of people in the stadium probably thought, you know, Coach Morty's being too conservative. Why don't we throw the ball? Why don't we do this? You know, we know this team. We know who we are. You know, and we always play to win, but you also have to play to your strengths, and that's what we did.
Absolutely. Well, I'm telling you, excited about it. I mean, you guys and Gladewater 2-0 in district play right now. Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good right now.
Yeah, we feel good. We know that we've got to continue to get better because the goal obviously is to win the district, but the goal is to make a run too. You know, we have a long ways to go from now and then. We're going to have to continue to improve in all 3 phases. We got to get healthy. We have some knick-knack injuries tonight, but you know, I'm proud of where we are. This is the best start we've had since I've been here. Since I've been here, Jim, we've been 4-1.
Yep.
2 different seasons. 5-1's the best start we've had. So excited about that.
Well, I'm going to bring something up. All right.
Yep.
Monday, we talked about, is there anything special happening this Friday night? And you went, no. It was Pink Out Friday and the Atlanta Athletics Hall of Fame. And one of the guys that got inducted is part of the team that had 11 wins, consecutive wins, which is the longest streak of Atlanta Rabbit football. And so I'm just pointing that out because we've won 5 in a row. I'm not trying to put a cart before the horse, but it's a possibility. I'm just going to say that.
Man, absolutely. But I think the message to the kids, it's a daily process of getting better. You know, I think that another approach that I've taken that we've morphed in this program is we're not focusing on the results. We're focusing on the process of getting better every day.
Correct.
And trying to prepare as hard as we can and put the best product on the field Friday night. And I think that we're doing that right now. We have to continue to do that.
By the way, I think Commerce is for real.
Yeah, I think they are too.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in their own district knew they were going to be for real, but they're for real.
Who did they play tonight?
They played Malakoff.
Did they beat Malakoff?
Yes.
Wow.
Or they were. It's not over, but I mean, they're comfortable. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Good for those guys.
Yeah. All right, I want to remind everybody, Coach Morton's going to join me Monday, 10 a.m. at Uncle Juan's, 117 East Main Street, downtown Atlanta. And then he's going to order his fajita nachos because He's a man of habit, a creature of habit, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, hey, have a great night, and go Rabbits. All right?
Hey, thanks, Jim. Go Rabs.
All right, take care. All right, there goes Coach Morton, and now we're going to turn around and call Coach Nelson, and I got to own up to him. And and tell him, hey, you're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry, and apologize to him. So yeah, but all right. Phil said Don and I were listening to the game on our drive back from Oklahoma City, and they were screaming and going crazy. Go Rabs! It was a great game. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's go back to the phone line and see if he's even got his phone on right now. We'll fuss at him if he doesn't, because that's who I am. I'll talk trash to coaches.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, looks like they're still packing up. Yep, his phone's still ringing, so we're going to find out real quick. All right,
your call has been
forwarded to an
automated voice messaging
he'll call us
system.
back because that's who he is.
Is not available.
Watch this.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording,
Should
you
I
may
buzz
hang
him?
up or
Should I buzz
press
him?
1 for more options.
I'm going to buzz him. Coach Nelson, Jim Davenport, Sonic, America's Drive-In High School, and Scoreboard, and Coaching Show. Guess what? You're part of the Coaching Show. You got to call and answer the phone. All right, give me a holler back. You know the number, 903-650-7358. Boom. There we go. All right, so that's how we do things. By the way, good evening, Phil and Donna. All right, and so with that, let's go to Willard. You know what? Let's reach out to Liberty Ilo. Big win for those guys, right? I mean, he should be fired up. We used to talk a lot last year, so we'll do that. All right, let's go do that.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, we're going to the phone line now. The Liberty Ilo Leopards taking care of business in district play. A win on the road, 28-13 over the Tatum Eagles. And Coach Willard joining me right now, the head leper himself. What's going on, Coach?
What's up, Jim?
How you been?
Oh, man, I'm good now. Now.
You've been a hard man to get a hold of.
Have I?
Yeah, I think you've been avoiding me.
No, I would never.
So let's talk about it, all right? You guys had a brutal pre-district schedule, phase one, brutal. And, you lost to a good Pittsburgh team. You lost to a good Henderson team. Of course, you lost to Carthage, another good team. Bullard, you said, let's go, boys, and smacked them down around and took care of business. And then you had a bye, and then you had district play tonight and traveled to Tatum, where Keeling doesn't play around with anybody. He wants to smack everybody, and that's just how he does things. So how you feeling about your team?
We feel really good. Yes, we knew going into this year we have a really young football team. I think at one point today had about 5 or 6 freshmen out there. So we knew we're going to take our lumps with young kids, but really proud of how they responded after, like you said, a really tough non-district.
Well, and the other thing is about that is the big thing to me is, like you said, young kids, but you're building the future while you're winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And we obviously talked a lot about it since the end of last season. We kind of figured that was the direction we were heading. But yeah, man, just really impressed by the young kids not getting down from a tough start and really starting to make plays out there.
Well, you and I haven't got to talk, and I want to just touch on it real quick, and then we're going to leave it alone, okay? Because we've all moved past it, right? But you and I haven't talked about it, so I do want to touch up on it, and I think you know what I'm going to ask you about. All right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how did that affect you personally? Because I know you're like, dude, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just a crazy deal, and it's crazy that that's the college football world we live in. But, man, he handled it as good as he can.
Right.
Owned up to it, said what was going on, and, man, at the end of the day, who am I to tell a kid not to take a lot of money?
Right.
So, man, and then, he's back to talking with everyone. He's cool with everyone. So wish him the best of luck.
Absolutely. All right. That's all I wanted to do. Touch on it. Get your reflect. I know it, it kind of hurt. It had to have hurt a little bit,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, phenomenal athlete. But let's go. I mean, because we're focused on the Leopards that are here, period. All right? So you are 1-0 in district play, and you're at home next week taking on Coach Lewis and the Gladewater Bears. Of course, Gladewater a little better than what people think, I think. What do you think? What say you?
Yeah, playing some really good football. I mean, better non-district. I think a close loss maybe to a good West Russ team. And then, starting off district last week when we were on bye, so we got to watch them beat Jefferson on the road. So definitely playing some good ball.
Yeah, Coach Lewis said, my MVP is my kicker. That's what he told me. He said, my kicker won this game for us.
There we go.
And I was like, okay, I like that, so. But how are you guys? I mean, I know you're young and everything, but, here's the thing. How do you replace a trip bass singer? How do you replace a Prevo? I mean, you're playing with young guys. How are you doing it?
You don't. And that's the cop-out way to answer it. But those were just two special, really special players. But both of them in their own right in different ways. So you can't replace them. But, hey, I mean, yes, obviously we're young all across the board. But, I mean, we have experienced players that have done a lot on varsity with Prevo, with Tripp last year. So really leaning offensively on Arian Taylor at running back, and then defensively Tank at defensive tackle, Malik at inside backer. Guys that played a lot of football and were really productive last year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Taylor impresses me. He runs that ball hard, and he acts like he's not gonna stop unless 4 or 5 guys jump on top of him.
And he's really developed into a strong leader. Coach Fowler and throughout baseball, he was a starting right fielder for all spring. He's getting a heavy dose of Fowler, which is good. And you saw him step up with just, maturity, leadership, everything that goes into him being a special talent.
And, and that's the thing. That's something you and I talked about when you first came to Liberty ILO, is about, yes, wins and losses. This is how you're judged, but coaching these guys to be good young men. And I think Taylor is one of those guys you go, that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because Humble Pie is what I saw when he was playing baseball. He hit a big home run against Atlanta. I think, it was at Atlanta. Hit a big home run, and then you know what? He acted like he'd been there before, did his job, went in the dugout. Everybody slapped him around a little bit. Pop, 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 good job, good job. And then he went out in the field, came up to the plate again, didn't shoot for the fence again. He just did his job,
And you say Atlanta, man, I really think that was a playoff game, and I could be wrong, but I think it was against Tatum.
You know what? So, You're right. You're right.
So down there in Carthage. So he hit a home run against Tatum, and I think he scored about 4 rushing touchdowns today against Tatum. So maybe it's just his team.
I was about to say, maybe he just doesn't like that green color.
Maybe. I don't know. Need to get more on the schedule.
That's right. Yeah, let's play them 3 times a year in football, and then 12 times in basketball, and then 6 times in baseball. Right?
Maybe not.
Oh, okay.
Because they got us in basketball.
All right. Well, then we'll cut the basketball down. All right. Well, again, congratulations to you, and good luck next week against Gladewater at home. So a lot of schools do special things during district play, like pink out and all that. Are you guys doing pink out next week?
I have no idea. I want to say we are, but I was a little too focused on this week.
Absolutely. I got you covered there, man. I know exactly what you mean. All right. Well, hey, don't be hard to get a hold of, okay?
No promises.
I got you. All right. Well, always a pleasure to talk to you, Coach Willard.
Awesome. Thank you, Jim.
All right. Take care.
You as well.
All right. All right, there he is, Coach Willard, the athletic director, head football coach of the Liberty ILO Leopards. And see, 70 thought I forgot. I did not forget, but I knew he needed to get on the phone call before they got in that dead zone because I pay attention. All right, here we go. Scoreboard, Arkansas side. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, here we go. This is going to start out in 7A. Pulaski Academy, that never punts the ball, is up 63-42 in the fourth quarter. Whitehall trails BB 25-14. Batesville leads Paragould 17-16. And then you got Maumelle over Pine Bluff 21-7. These games that was 7A, now we're down in 5A. Nettleton and Brooklyn. Brooklyn's North Central Arkansas 21-21. Valley View 27-0 over Harding Academy. Still in 5A. Hope trails Hot Springs 48-14. Camden Fairview on top of Arkansas High 35-10. Hot Springs Lakeside 28-0 on the road against Magnolia. Morrilton, the Devil Dogs, up 35-21. I'm getting a jersey. I'm telling you, the Devil Dogs. I love that name. The Devil Dog. I'd love to be their PA announcer. Here come the Devil. All right, never mind. 35-21, they lead over Alma, the Airedales. Let's see. Pea Ridge, Urine Hill. They're losing 35-21 to Villanova. Elkins on top of Berryville, 40-0. The Elkins Elks, if you didn't know. All right. Green Forest, they're losing 35-0 to Gravett, the Lions. That's right. 28-7, Gentry on top of Lincoln. That's a whole lot of maroon. The Gentry Pioneers and the Lincoln Wolves, both of them maroon and gray. You're welcome. I know you didn't know that. Heber Springs and Mills University Studies tied 14-14. Darnell on top of Waldron, 48-0. And then I've got, who else do I have? Hold on. I got Genoa Central losing to Ashdown 40-12. Nashville on top of Fountain Lake 14-6. Cedarville trailing Greenland, the Pirates 14-0. Boonville on top of Hackett 28-6. Lavaca leading West Fork 8-0. Mountain View trails Atkins 28-0. Hoxie leading Manila 7-6. And then you got Quitman over Melbourne 16-7. Magna Cove losing to Glenrose 48-0. And then you got Fordyce, the Red Bugs, the Chiggers, 28-0 over Drew Central. That's right. And let's see, Baptist Prep is leading Bearden 7-6. And then you got Spring Hill and Dirks 22-20. Spring Hill, them Bears leading them Outlaws 22-20. And then Poyen trails Hampton 30-28. All right, who else we got? Finals or games not played. How about that? Completed games. There we are. Bismarck over Smackover. We are in Arkansas, by the way. 58-21. You got Bryant, probably the best team in the state. Bryant on top of Little Rock Christian, 48-21. Conway on top of North Little Rock, 31-7. Little Rock Southwest gets shut out by Cabot, 38-0. Fort Smith Northside gets shut out by Bentonville. Fayetteville loses 56-55 to Rogers. That's right. The Bulldogs go down at home, and they were ranked number 1 in the state. Springdale loses to Bentonville West 48-12. Springdale Harbert 35-3 over Rogers Heritage. And let's see. A couple other games. Little Rock Catholic defeats West Memphis 44-28. Sylvan Hills over Benton 40-35. El Dorado over Marion 28-21. Jonesboro over Sheridan 48-42. And them Yellow Jackets struggling. Greenwood, the Bulldogs on top of Russellville 50-13. That was a road win. That's a big win right there. Van Buren over Solomon Springs 38-0. Watson Chapel falls to Searcy 56-12. Greenbrier on top of Clarksville 46-7. Farmington defeats Harrison 37-14. That's what I'm talking about. Prairie Grove on top of Huntsville 50-13. Prairie Grove Tigers. And then you got Bald Knob falling to Lone Oak 47-13. Central Arkansas Christian 62-0 over Riverview, I should say. Gosnell over Pocahontas 48-28. And let's see. Malvern defeats Haskell Harmony Grove 34-20. And then Arkadelphia over Bauxite 42-21. And then the Rice Birds, Stuttgart, defeat Crossett 58-20. And that is your scores in Arkansas. Arkansas High was losing 35-10, I believe. Let me go back up there and try to find it. Boy, you being needy tonight, Stephanie. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Here we go. I'm trying to find it. Oh, my gosh. See, they don't have a thing to do right. So. Well, their game might have been final because now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. 35-10. Camden Fairview leads Arkansas High, 35-10. All right. So there we go. All right. Now, somebody did not call me back yet. I'm going to have to get tough with him, I think. What do you think? All right, let's go, Coach Surratt. Let's call Carthage. All right, they're on the road driving back, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and buzz his line. All right, let's go.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right. We're reaching out to the athletic director, head football coach of the Carthage Bulldogs on the road, driving home after a big win for them. And I am talking about Coach Scott Surratt. Coach Surratt, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Jim. How are you?
I am good. 5-0. You're doing better than me, that's for sure. 41-3. I believe that was your halftime score was 41-0, was it not?
It was 34-0.
Okay,
and,
my bad.
We came out and played one series. The defense got a turnover, and then we scored offensively, and then we pulled everybody out.
That's right. Got to take care of the kids, right? Make sure they're healthy and all that, and then give experience to the young guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, so here we are, and it is a opportunity to get ready for district now, because district will start next week on the road at Center. How do you? I mean, it's hard to say good, bad, ugly, and all that. 41-3. I mean, I'm sure there were some things you weren't happy with, because that's what you do. You break things down and go, what are we doing there, right?
Yeah, I don't think our kickers wasn't great tonight for some reason. The turf was a little different, and they were hitting it flat. But we threw the ball around very well. Our KJ Edwards, he sit out tonight, nursing a little ankle, and then he should be ready to go next week. And we should get two other players back next week, or actually three other players. So hopefully we'll be close to full strength next week.
Well, that's what we talked about last week, was about you getting to that point. And, you weren't sure about a couple, but now it sounds more promising.
Yeah, it does. And we developed a lot of depth. We jet through 4 touchdowns tonight to 4 different receivers, and, or tied in and 3 receivers, I should say. But we threw it around very well, and our Benny Smith ran it very well. So we was happy on that part. We had a shutout. We gave it up there at the very end of the game. They kicked a field goal. But overall, we're pretty proud of the performance.
Well, anytime that happens, we always blame your DC. We talk bad about him. We question about firing him and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, we got to find something to get a shutout.
That's right. Yeah, because he's only had 2 this year, so I mean we gotta reevaluate him at the end of the year.
Yeah, he obviously does a great job for us. His whole defense staff and my offense staff. We got some great coaches.
All right, well let me ask you this. All right, because we all have identities, right? What would you say the Carthage Bulldogs' identity is?
Hopefully toughness. I hope we're tougher. We play tougher and longer than everybody else. I hope that's our identity, and that's what we strive for.
I like it. That's a great answer. All right, Center. What do you know about Center?
I hadn't really watched much of them at all. Very honest answer, just because we're focused on trying to, play it one day at a time, one practice at a time, one game at a time, and then we'll go to work on those guys, here shortly.
So it sounds like you were trying to be politically correct right there.
Well, no, I'm just reading. I said I'm brutally honest.
I know. I'm
we-
messing with you. All right. Well, let's see. They took on Jacksonville. They took on Spring Hill. They took on North DeSoto, Dangerfield, and then Madisonville. And I guess you know a little bit about Dangerfield, but I don't. And Spring Hill possibly, and Jacksonville, right? That's about it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen any of those guys on tape, so I know about their schools, obviously, especially Dangerfield.
Yeah.
But I really hadn't seen any of those guys on tape. We hadn't played anybody that they played, and so again, we'll go to work on them and put a game plan together and get over and get after it.
So, what time you guys starting in the morning? Are you going to start tonight?
We'll start tonight a little bit.
Will you? Because what is it? 4.5 hour drive? 3.5?
Yeah, it's 4.5.
Okay.
And it's like we'll probably be home after probably 2:30 somewhere in there, and so try to get some little work in and watch a little college ball tomorrow.
Yep, little college ball, right? Just a little.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach Surratt, I know you guys are going to talk about stuff, so I'm gonna let you go. But it's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I appreciate you. I'm just going to tell you that. Okay.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me on.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a great
All right, thank
weekend.
you.
All right.
You too. All right.
Bye-bye. All right. That was awesome. And you know what I forgot to do? Doggone it. Doggone it. You guys forgot to remind me to do it. See, it's something new, and I forgot to do it. See, I was supposed to go like this. I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to throw the Carthage logo up there, block my face and everything. Of course, I can make it smaller, I guess. All right, good, I think. Let's see if I can. Hold on. I'm going to try. Here we go. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, that's good. What do you think? You guys like that? I think it looks good there. All right. So, yeah, I got to remember that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I appreciate you reminding me, Jimmy. Yeah, the Atlanta cross-country team is in Fayetteville. They spent the night tonight, and they're going to run in a big race tomorrow. So, fired up about that. All right. Well, I guess we can go back to the scoreboard, right? Because I think the Mod Cardinals are big winners tonight. That's big. That's 2 weeks in a row. District play starts, and now they're ready to play. You know what I mean? So I love that. Absolutely love that. And so we'll reach out to Coach Turner here in just a little bit. But let's go 2A Division I right now. How about that? Let's do it. All right, let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, let's start off 2A Division I. Beckville on top of Big Sandy, 56-0. Man, those dudes don't play around over there in Beckville, do they? I'm telling you, good gravy. All right, Como-Picton falls to Honeygrove, 53-19. That's going to be a good little game when they play each other. Quinlan Bowles falls to Cooper, 56-8. Elysian Fields, we'll call Bo Maines in a little bit, over Union Grove, 49-22. And then you had Garrison on top of North Webster, Louisiana, 46-7. You had Ore City falling to Hawkins, 50-12. Harleton gets blanked by Wascom, 28-0. And yeah, we talked to a lot of those guys. Wolf City over Nakona, 64-23. And Tioga loses to Tom Bean. I remember when Tom Bean was getting the brakes beat off him. But here lately, they've been like, come on. And so they win 47-38 over Tioga. Tioga. All right. All right, now let's go to Division II now, and let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's check the latest scores on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic Highway 59 Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, well, we are in 2A Division II, and here we go. You got, who do we have? We got, good gravy, Jim. You got to take that off now. I was showing everybody, and then I forgot to do it. I'm a rookie, man. Have you guys not figured this out? I don't know how to do radio. All right, Mount Enterprise defeats Cushing 52-8. Linden Kildare gets blanked by Cumbie 56-0. And but I love that the town still backs up Coach Surratt. I love it. All right. Let's see. Childress defeats Stratford 41-26. And Vega defeats Memphis 20-0. And where's my Mod team at, huh? There they are, 22-20 over Clarksville on the road. I love that. And then Chilton defeats Mart 34-0. And guess what? Sims was off tonight, James Bowie, if you didn't know. The Pirates, they were off tonight because the head coach, athletic director, Coach Blackburn, his wife got inducted into the Atlanta Athletics Hall of Fame. Isn't that cool? I think that's awesome. And Canadian got beat, Jimmy. They got beat. Yeah, got beat like yard dogs. All right? I mean, they got beat bad. All right? Let me pull it up for you, just for you. Just for you, I'm going to pull it up. All right? Canadian, where are you at? Let's go. There they are, the Canadian Wildcats. They are now 5-1, and they got beat tonight by Shallow Water 52-20. They were on the road. But, yeah.
Cass County Radio.
All right, so we got to step aside for the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to try to reach out some coaches when we come back. And, so after news, we'll be back after that, okay? This is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show on Cass County Radio, KALT.
Cass County Radio, KALT is KPYN AM 900 Atlanta, 95.5 FMK 238BF Atlanta, and 103.9 FMK 280 GV Atlanta.
TSN News, I'm Barbara Schwartz. Hamas has agreed to portions of the U.S.-backed peace plan that Israel agreed to earlier this week. This comes after Donald Trump gave Hamas a Sunday deadline to accept the plan. American Jewish Committee Regional Director Joel Schweitzer says he believes it's possible to get back to a level of optimism before the October 7th terror attack, that peace is possible in the region.
I don't think it will be easy. I think we need people of good faith, not just in Israel and the Palestinian territories, but also in the surrounding countries and in countries across the world.
Part of the plan, Hamas would release the remaining hostages, including the bodies of those they killed. Texas A&M's interim president is an Aggie graduate who spent 10 years as a state senator before working for the system as a lobbyist in Austin. Board of Regents Chairman Bob Alberton of Fort Worth says Tommy Williams will serve as long as it takes to find the exact right person as the next permanent president.
We're very excited about it, and I will tell you now, the board wholeheartedly endorses Tommy Williams.
Williams also served as a senior advisor to Governor Abbott. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton demanding that 4 cities suspend planned property tax hikes. His office has launched an investigation into whether the cities violated a new state law that limits how much local governments can raise property taxes without voter approval. The cities are Odessa, Lamarck, Tom Bean, and Whitesboro. And Paxton is investigating reports that TCU canceled a Turning Point USA event featuring detransition activist Chloe Cole. TCU denies it was officially booked. They claim they offered alternative arrangements, and the event was ultimately held at a Baptist church. A Johnson County woman gets 25 years in prison after pleading guilty today to giving her 12-year-old nephew a gun before he shot and killed a Sonic employee in Keene, south of Fort Worth, 2 years ago. Matthew Davis was killed after he asked the boy's uncle to please stop urinating in the parking lot in front of customers. Davis' mother, Lee Miller, tells NBC5 they're okay with the sentence for Ashley Gomez, even though they wished it was longer.
This is justice that we've been waiting for. Of course, with a death like this, you want them to be life in prison.
The boy who shot Davis serving 12 years in the Juvenile Justice Division. A Texas woman gets 5 years in prison. She tried to drown a 3-year-old Muslim girl in Euless. Prosecutors say the attack may have been racially motivated. The girl lived. Tarleton State men's basketball coach Billy Gillespie is put on temporary administrative leave due to an anonymous player mistreatment complaint. Gillespie, in his 5th season, has a history of controversies. And this is TSN News.
If you're operating equipment on a job site, you know how important uptime is. ASCO is committed to keeping your equipment running no matter what. With fast service, trusted technicians, and rental backups, ASCO is on it to provide you with the support you need. Sales, rental, parts, service. We're on it at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by your local ASCO today.
You're losing your hair, and you want a simple solution guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's quick one-day treatment is offered in a calm, relaxed environment with top-rated physicians and modern technology. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. So schedule your free consultation for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 469-599-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The Senate has once again failed to break the deadlock over federal funding, rejecting both Republican and Democratic plans as the government shutdown continues its third day. Democrats making health care their top priority of the standoff, pushing to expand subsidies for millions under the Affordable Care Act. Hamas has responded to President Trump's proposed peace plan for Gaza, agreeing to give up power and release the remaining hostages, but saying other elements need more consultation. Trump now says Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza. Sean Combs is sentenced to over 4 years in prison for transporting people across state lines for sexual encounters. North Carolina's Democratic Governor Josh Stein signs into law a criminal justice measure pushed by Republicans in response to the stabbing death of a Ukrainian refugee on a Charlotte train. The law bars casual pay for certain violent crimes and seeks to restart executions in North Carolina. I'm Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
Turn it up.
Feel the bass.
And let the music take over. This is your station, Cass County Radio, KALT AM 900 and 95.5 FM.
Cass County Radio, KALT. Good evening. It is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show. Everybody gives me a hard time for the long title, but I don't care. I love it. All right, let's go to the phone line because we got another winning coach on the phone line with us.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right. Well, it's starting to be a habit to call this coach the athletic director, head football coach of the new Boston Lions, first year AD there. And I'm talking about Coach Stan Kimball. Good evening, Coach.
Hey, it's nice to be on.
It is. Big win tonight, first district game, and winner, chicken dinner. You're on the road. You win 43-20 against Redwater. What say you about the win tonight?
Well, I tell you what, this we didn't play very good coming out in the first half, and we knew we needed to come out in the second half and start playing our ball game. We needed to settle down and just play our game. And I told the kids that this was a defining moment in the game. Going in the half, being down by a touchdown, and our kids came out resilient and fought hard and stuck with it and played together. And so it was a big growing moment for us as a team.
Absolutely. And, of course, now you're sitting at 1-0 in district play, 4-1 overall. So after the dust settled tonight and you're 1-0 in district play, you just kind of look around at your players and your coaches and go, this is what I'm talking about. We come in first year and we're getting things done. How do you feel?
Absolutely. We set the standard pretty high for us and our kids and our expectations. And, we hold that standard pretty high. And our kids are starting to believe in themselves and our program and how we do things.
Well, I know that, you had to learn the kids and all that kind of stuff. You know them now. You feel good about them. What is there one guy that just stood out to you tonight that took care of business?
Well, I can't just name one because we have a team full of great kids, and they're a bunch of warriors. Casey Campbell is a huge part of our team. We had our running back Ashton Rowden. He went down, and so the other running back we have is a true freshman, and he stepped up in the second half, and he had a heck of a game. And he really grew up, and so we're going to be leaning on him. And Ridge England, our quarterback, he's such a great young man, very poised in the pocket. He keeps his composure. He's a great competitor.
Absolutely. I love hearing that, and of course, when adversity hits, you wonder what a kid's going to do, and so definitely stepped up. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about it for next week. You got a big game at home. It's the DeKalb Bears coming to town. They took one on the chin tonight at home to Dangerfield. Have you been straight-laced and not watched any film, or have you peeked a little bit?
Well, this one's marked on the calendar, and our kids know it, coaches know it, the town knows it, and it's going to be a great game. We didn't want to look at them until we took care of business, until we played Redwater, and we put all the focus on them. But yes, our kids are ready, and we're not going to have to beg them this week to be able to get up. I guarantee you that.
That's exactly right. They'll be ready to go. There's no doubt about it. Of course, right now, you get through that, and then you got games. There's no more buys because I'm still baffled by that first week buy, but that was not something you did. That was somebody else did, and you just have to live through it. But, the thing is you're still rolling, and I love how things are coming together for you. It's great, and for the kids and the coaching staff. Did I lose you? I think I lost him. Yep, there he is. All right.
Okay, I'm going through the back side of Bowie County right now, so I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good.
But no, our kids, we have great kids. We have great character kids.
Absolutely. Well, they're putting it together like you've been asked them to do. That's for sure. Well, I think I'm losing you, Coach. Yeah, I'm losing you. So here's what we'll do. Take care.
I appreciate it.
All right, take care of business. We'll talk next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, there's Coach Kimball and of the New Boston Lions. They are now 4-1 in district play. And, man, I'm telling you, they are doing great, and love it for them. There's no doubt about it. All right, we're going to reach out to Coach Worley. Yeah, we're going to take care of him right now. All right, and there he is. All right, so we're going to call him right now. So let's go. Let's go to the phone line. All right.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
This is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show. We reach out to coaches that win.
Enter your password.
Oh!
If you've entered the wrong mailbox number, press star.
We did not. All right. Well, we'll message them. How about that?
Please enter your password.
I don't have a password.
Or if you've entered the wrong mailbox number,
this is
press
awesome.
Star.
All right, let's hang up on them first. Then we'll text them. Okay, that's great radio. All right, I'm gonna say call me back. How about that? We'll just say that. How about that? That was awesome. All right. And then I'll say please. I'll sound like I'm a nice guy. We all know that I'm not, though, right? Right? We know that, right? All right, so Hugh Springs, winner, chicken dinner on that. And let's go. Hey, Kelly Kinney. All right, and let's see. Who else do we want to call? I know there's somebody I wanted to call, and I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, Maud. That's who I wanted to reach out to. We want to reach out to Turner. Yeah, because we like Turner, right? We kind of like him, right? Or is it just me? Am I the only one that likes him? I'm just kidding. I know you guys like him too. All right, so let's reach out to Maud, the Cardinals, who win big on the road. Oop, I don't know how to spell though. And I did text Coach Nelson. He hasn't called me back, or he hasn't texted me back. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. All right, well here we go. We're gonna do this. This is great radio, by the way. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome for this. Oh, and I did reach out to Pewitt today, and I said, "Hey, Coach, I sure would like to talk to you," and but he did not answer. So, all right. How do I not have his number saved in here? I got it in my phone though. Bum 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 bum. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to save it this time. I don't know how I didn't save it. But, all right, we're going to sit right here. We're just going to sit right here with it. Okay? Okay. Shh. All right, here we go. What? This is a great night of calling. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Yo, Coach Turner, call me back. It's Jim, your buddy. Congratulations on the win on the road at Clarksville, 22-20. You got Sims Bowie next week with your buddy Coach Blackburn, who had a bye this week, and his wife got inducted into the Atlanta Athletics Hall of Fame. I was going to touch base with you on that too. So, yeah, call me back, dude. All right, see you later. All right, so I'm going to try Coach Nelson again. I'm telling you, this is great radio. This will make me cut it off early. I'm just telling you. I'm going to be a crybaby about it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm mad at Coach Nelson anyway. I'm just going to tell you that. There he goes. I was about to say, come on, dude. Oh, I don't have Dangerfield's logo. Not yet.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording...
All right, I'm going to text him from my phone and just go, dude, are you ignoring me? All right. Yeah, there he is right there. All right, I'm going to say, I've been calling you. See what he says. There, boom. All right, yeah. Not yet, Kyle. I don't have all the logos on here yet. I'm still working on it. Man, your wife's already called me out tonight. Now you're going to call me out for it. Wow, man. Y'all calm down. Y'all are like rabid tonight or something, man. I don't know what y'all are doing. All right, now let me go to my contacts here, and I'm just going to try to ignore you because, yeah, you kind of hurt my feelings. We're going to call Coach Gary Stanford, Texas High. How about that? All right, let's do that. He'll answer the phone. Watch him not because I said that, right? So, here we go.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, we're going to try to go to the phone line now. And
your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're...
Man, talk about striking out left and right tonight. I know that's who I was just calling. Yeah, they won. They won. Yeah, it's Randy's fault, Kyle. All right, I'm going to say that. I can throw down on Randy on that. But I do have, I can watch comments over here on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. That's pretty cool. All right, so, yeah. All right. My gosh. Okay. Let's see. White Oak was off this week. Quitman lost. Mount Vernon. How about Tim McLean? They won. Yeah, they won big, 55-0. Wait a minute. Oh, well, let's stay right here. We're going to go straight to the phone line, and we're going to bring in the head Tiger himself, Texas High, Coach Gary Stanford. What's going on, Coach? You doing all right?
Yeah, doing good.
Good.
Ready to go home.
Absolutely. Are you guys not on the road yet?
Yeah, we just got back to the school, got the kids out of the locker room, fix them, pack up, and go.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, so you're ready to go home. I got you. All right, big win tonight, 64-21. You guys are controlling everything right now. You're 5-1 overall, 2-0 in district play, in the driver's seat. Of course, you got to win a couple more to lock things down. But how you feel, putting up that many points? You feel pretty good?
I thought tonight we played really consistent. I mean, that's been the message now for a while, just playing complementary football, being more consistent, not being an ebb and a flow type of team, but just more of a level type of team. And I thought the kids tonight, in all capacities, get a special teams touchdown, defense holds the offense under 100 yards. Our offense puts up a lot. It was a good night, and a lot of kids got to play and experience what that's like, and that's always fun to see.
Absolutely, and of course, when you get to do that, you're also building your future too, so that's even better.
Yeah, I had a lot of kids step up tonight. Both quarterbacks that came in late both did a really good job. Really proud of our receiving core. Sam Cross had 2 touchdowns tonight, came in, stepped up. I'm proud of all of them.
Absolutely. All right, well, next week you are on the road, Marshall in a tough game tonight against Mount Pleasant. They win 7-3. How you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one we've had marked on our calendars for a long time, where we know all roads go through Marshall when it comes to winning district championships, and it's a big game, and we're going to have to play really well.
Well, and as I said, you're going to be on the road, so the crowd's going to be rabid and ready to go after you, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it'll be a great atmosphere to play in. I mean, they're undefeated in district. We are. I mean, everybody's been talking about this game for a while now, so it's here, and it's time to get ready.
Do you ever think your kids look ahead, or do you keep them lined out pretty good?
No, I mean, I think that's something that's a struggle for everybody. If kids looking ahead to the next game, particularly rivalry games like this one, and what's at stake. But as proven tonight in a lot of different cases across the state, you can't not just show up. I mean, it'll catch up to you if you do.
All right, now you guys played at 7:30 tonight, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you like 7:30 games or 7 o'clock games?
I can go either way. I think I do enjoy the 7 o'clock games. If I was going to pick, I'd probably go with that. I think the nostalgia and the history of 7:30, there's something to that. But I do enjoy the 7s.
Yeah, because you get done earlier, right?
Yeah.
and guess what? I would have called you and you would have already been home. So,
yeah, that's correct.
No doubt about that. All right, well, I know you're ready to go. Get out of here. Have a great weekend, and always a pleasure to talk to you, Coach Stanford.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, Texas High had the logo on the screen and everything. You didn't think I was paying attention, did you? Big winners tonight, 64-21. Marshall, we got to reach out to them. They had a battle tonight against Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is better than what people think. I'm just going to say that. All right, so let's do that. Let's look up Marshall's phone number. I've got it somewhere. I thought I had it in my phone, but Coach Hamnett. So, yeah. So I think I do. I'm going to make sure though, because I'd hate to be wrong. I do. See, I do have his number. All right, here we go. You ready? Act a little more excited, people. All right.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right. We are reaching out to the athletic director, head football coach of the Marshall Mavericks, Coach Hamnett. And Jason, Coach, what's going on? Did he not answer? Is he there? Did we get a voicemail? I bet we got a voicemail. And missed every bit of it. All right, well, I called you, Coach Hammett. So, yeah, if you want to, call me back, 903-650-7358. Great radio right here as I'm leaving you a voicemail. All right. Yep. So I don't know. Okay. Thank you. All right. That was interesting. All right. Well, that's okay. My gosh. Man, these coaches, man, they're being difficult. I do not know. Winsboro did play, and they did win. We could reach out to Coach Finney after last week. You think he'll talk to us about Commerce? Commerce won again tonight. Big. Let me see. Yeah, they're 2-0 in district play, 4-1 overall. They beat Malakoff 50-31. Yeah, 50-31. They ain't playing around. But you know what? I'm going to call Coach McLean first. I want to talk to Coach McLean, Mount Vernon. That's what I want to do. I want to talk to Coach McLean. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to reach out to him. Let's go. Let's go. Should I play the music again? I'm starting to think it's bad luck. So here we go.
Yeah, hello.
Coach McLean, how you doing,
Yes,
sir?
I'm good. Long journey home, but it's one I'm enjoying.
Absolutely. I mean, 55-0, pitch a shutout, and now 2-0 in district play, 4-2 overall. You got to feel pretty good.
Absolutely. Kids played well. Handled the long road trip really good. Came out and started the game fast, and we carried that momentum all the way through.
So how far of a drive is it?
On the way down there, it was just over 2 hours. We're hoping to shave a few minutes off of that on the way back. But, we just got into Sulphur Springs, so we're going to see how much we can hammer it down once we get on I-30.
I was hoping to hear you say hammer it down. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So 2-0 in district play. I just want to kind of ask you a question. So I know you're concerned only with the Mount Vernon Tigers, okay? But are you a little surprised about some other things that are happening in your district?
Yes and no. I think that if you, which it's really easy to do, I think if you read what is written and you weigh that heavier than what you see on film, it's really easy to look at a box score and be like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Right.
But I think that our districts and the districts we match up with for the first round of the playoffs, I think that they're two of the deepest in the state in 3A, and I think that you're seeing that play out these first couple weeks of district play.
I will say this. The other district you line up with is Atlanta, Gladewater, Liberty Ilo, Tatum, and all those guys. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting first round of the playoffs for all y'all. That's for sure.
100%. I mean, you're looking at a situation where either one of these districts, the district winner could draw a first round game against a team that at some point in the season was ranked in the top 10.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. All right. So, all right. Well, I know I pulled you away from your team. I'm going to bring you back. What? All right. So you are 2-0 in district play. You're going to be taking on Emory Reigns at home next week. What did you see tonight, even in a 55-0 win? What did you see tonight is something you've got to work on?
I think that, like I said, we came out, we started the game really fast. I think that there were situations where we may have relied on our athleticism to kind of bail us out instead of our execution. And it kind of put us in situations where we might have been occasionally great instead of consistently good. And we're always trying to sharpen that blade, right? And and so just continuing to perfect our craft and make the main thing, which is our process, and the execution that's part of that process is something we continue to refine. But if we can, if on a night where where we miss on a few plays. We're scoring 41 points in the first half. We're on a path that we've got a chance to be a pretty good football team.
Well, I know that the coaching staff and yourself, and then of course the town are supporting you 100%, and and that's part of it. I mean, I know a lot of coaches say it's us versus the world. Hey, it's us in the locker room, and that's it. But when the community backs you and supports you, and your administration does the same thing, it feels like everything's coming together, does it not?
100%. And I've been in situations where you feel that mindset. You feel like you need to take that on, and we're not in one. Mount Vernon as a community does a phenomenal job, not just supporting football, but supporting all of our high school teams and traveling well and being loud and doing all those things that you want to see in small town Friday night lights or in the gym. And, because of that, the conversation we have with our kids is that we have an obligation to this community to represent them the right way, not just through good sportsmanship, but through our effort, during the week, in the weight room, on the practice field, and then, of course, between the lines on Friday nights.
Absolutely. So how many seniors do you have this year?
26.
26. And your junior class?
I think we're hovering, people don't ask that one quite as often as the senior one, so I don't rattle it off as quick. I think we're sitting at about 15 to 17, somewhere in there.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason why I ask is always, I do that self-analyzing, looking for next year and all that. Of course, you guys don't focus on next year. You focus on this year, which makes you better than me, because I'm one of those guys, man. I just keep going. So that's how I work. So just ignore what I ever think, okay? That's for sure. All right. Big plans tomorrow besides breaking down some film?
That's pretty much it. We've, like you said, we got Reigns coming to town, and they've got a couple of really explosive athletes that we've got to figure out a way to control and stop. And some of those kids play both ways, and so we got to figure out how to beat them when they're on the defensive side of the ball as well. And like I said, this town has come out and supported us in droves, even if it's over 2 hours away. And so we've got to make sure that we show up tomorrow ready to work and doing our part to represent them the right way.
All right, last question. And this is just for laughs, kicks, and giggles. So you put up 55 points and you don't allow any. Was there any trash talking between the OC and the DC saying, I did my job, what about you?
No, not at all. You would think, but Coach Holman and I have worked together we worked together for 6 years at Salina. And we both understand and have a pretty consistent dialogue that, there's going to be nights, and we usually know which one they are, when, they're going to have to pick us up and kind of carry us to the finish line. And there's going to be nights where he looks at me and we know that we've got to go outscore some people. And that's exactly how it should work. But we were able to go into tonight with setting a verbal expectation of, I think our defense is good enough to pitch a shutout tonight, and I think our offense is good enough to go out and score every possession that we have in football. And the kids did a great job of responding to that challenge, and so it was a great night all around.
Absolutely. Well, I love hearing that. All right, well, Coach McClain, I appreciate your time, and good luck in getting home early.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. Go Tigers.
All right, go Tigers. Take care. All right. Awesome guy right there, Coach McClain. I like his attitude. Yes, I think we're going to reach out to Coach Lewis from Gladewater. Let me see. Okay, yeah. All right, we're going to do it. Let's do it. All right, there he is right there. Man, he was a good interview last week, with the big win and everything. So let's do it right now. And he was supposed to lock in the phone number, so we'll see if he did. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do this because we haven't done it in a while. Let's do it.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right. Well, this is the Sonic America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show. We're reaching out to the Gladewater Bears. Coach Lewis, who is now 5-1 overall, 2-0 in district play. Good evening, Coach Lewis. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am good. You've been sitting by the phone waiting on me, hadn't you?
Yes, sir.
47-0, a home win over Sabine. How you feeling? 2-0 and 5-1 overall.
It feels great. Kids played hard. We got to clean up a few things, but overall, good win.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you got to clean up?
I think we had too many flags tonight. We ended up getting too many flags tonight, so those are things we can fix. We can't get behind the chains, so we got to clean up a few things.
Okay, all right. And, were they silly penalties, or were they the kind that you were like, doggone, ref?
I think just silly, just because of the nature of the game and all the kids kind of know each other and it's a close, rivalry. So just silly stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Kids being kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That'll wear you out. So, how long ago was it you were a kid?
It's been a minute. I'm kind of old now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you were at home tonight, and that means
Yes,
you're
sir.
on the road next week. You're traveling to Texarkana to take on Liberty Ilo.
Yes, sir.
They played their first district game tonight, and I know you haven't really got to do much looking at them, I'm assuming.
No, sir.
Okay. And, they're young. And so I'm telling you right now, you and Atlanta, both 2-0 in district play, you're almost in the driver's seat. Almost.
Yes. My big thing is talking to the kid. We just going, try to win one at a time. We want to know each week and just try to build on that starting on Monday.
So are you telling me that you try to be politically correct? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Nah, just try to make sure the kids stay locked in. You know how it is. You can't look too far ahead or look too far in the past. So we just try to be where our feet is and go from there.
All right, well, let me ask you this. What year did you graduate high school?
98.
98. All right, so you're 45 roughly.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
All right, so I'm 55, and if a newspaper walked in our locker room, it was a big deal, right? And if a radio guy walked in, it was a big deal. And here it is now, Twitter, Facebook, Max Preps, Dave Campbell's, all this stuff. How do you deal with all of that and keep these kids straight?
I think it's just a part of it. I just kind of embrace it. The times we living in, it is what it is with that. I promote the kids on making their highlights and sharing them on Huddle and doing all of that. It's just with the recruiting process, it's a little bit easier now, I believe, just because we have that access to that. So, I promote it, and I want the kids to do it.
I got you. That makes a lot of sense right there. I just, but the thing that I've always worried about, and I've seen it at some places where the kids forget about the name on the front of the shirt and they focus on the name on the back.
Right.
You
We
know,
try to have those conversations before we do it, and understand, like, hey, when we're winning, everybody get a chance to get a piece of the pie.
That's right.
But yeah, we try to have those conversations, before the season start and let them know if we win, everybody's good. You don't want to be the guy that have a lot of stats and we losing. You ain't doing enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you an example. I was a sophomore in high school, and there was a senior in front of me. We ran the wishbone. I was fast. I ran a 4.5, which was fast in the 80s. Now it's just average. But the senior started bad-mouthing the lineman if he had a bad game. And the coach just said, okay, and pulled him out and stuck me in there. And the guy never saw the field again.
Right. That's how it should be.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause
if I get a chance, I'm not giving you a chance back.
that's right. It's like Eric Dickerson. He would have been one of the greatest running backs of all times, but he started mouthing about his offensive line. They started rolling on him,
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You guys deal with a lot more than what you and I dealt with when we were growing up. That's for sure.
Yes.
I don't want any part of it. I'm just going to tell you that. So, kudos to you, brother. That's all I'm going to say about that. So,
Thank you so much.
all right, so now, do you know much about Liberty Ilo yet?
Athletic. You know, we played them last year. Really good team. Like you said, they're young, but they can make plays. So we got to make sure we have all the I's dotted and T's crossed.
Okay.
So attention to detail.
All right, last question. I'm putting you on the spot. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did you save my number?
I did.
Okay.
That's why when it popped up.
All right. That's all I needed to know. I didn't know if I was going to throw down on you or not. So,
Oh, no,
okay.
I was ready for it.
All right. Well, Coach Lewis, I know it's getting late. I appreciate your time. And, hey, keep taking care of business. We'll talk again, okay?
Yes, sir. We'll keep trying to go 1-0 each week. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good night.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, there goes Coach Lewis of Gladewater. They are now 5-1 overall, and they are also 2-0 in district play. They play Atlanta in week 10, so it'll be second to last week game of the week. And so, yeah. All right, and who else did we say we were going to call? Who else did I say I was going to call? Do you guys remember? I don't even remember. Oh, I was going to call Winsboro, right? Because Pittsburgh was off this week. So was Gilmer, I believe. I think Gilmer was off. Let me make sure. I think they were. Yeah, Gilmer was off this week too. So Gilmer and Pittsburgh both off, and they play each other at Gilmer next week on August 10th. That'll be a pretty good game, I think. I think so, yeah. All right, and the thing is, Kelly, over in North Caddo, I wish they would call me and let me talk to them and all that, you know? So, all right, we're going to try Coach Nelson again. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to whoop him. All right, so we're going to reach out to him real quick, see if he answers the phone. He's probably going to wait till he gets to back to Daingerfield so he can go in a private area and talk. I don't know. It's great radio. So, like I said, we got a new look here. We got the ticker running across with the new with the local schools that most of us know and stuff. We got that, and
Your
then
call has been forwarded to an automated voice
and then
messaging system.
we're gonna try to.
Is not available.
Well, why not hang it up? Did it hang
At
up?
the tone, please record.
There he goes. All right, hangs up. All right. So yeah, we got the local schools, that we kind of keep up with in the area, and then we've got logos, which I don't have all the logos on here yet. We loaded a bunch of them. And, you know what? I know what. I'm going to call this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on the screen because I know he'll answer the phone. He gets fired up when we call him. All right? But I do need to make his logo smaller, though. It's a little big. All right, here we go. Where's he at? All right, there it is right there. And we're going to do it. And if somebody calls while I'm trying to talk to him, I'm gonna hurt him. All right, here we go. All right. There he is. All right, here we go. All right. Play the music because he'll answer.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
Shout out to Sonic, America's Drive-In, for hanging out with us and sponsoring the show. We appreciate them. There's no doubt about it. All right, we're going to the phone line. It's the Yellow Jackets athletic director and head football coach, and it is Coach Bo Maines. Coach, what's going on?
Oh, not much, man. Celebrating 6-0.
Yes,
Doing
sir.
good. How are you?
I am great. I mean, I'm not 6-0, but I mean, come on. 49-22, winner, chicken dinner at home against Union Grove. You guys are taking care of business, there's no doubt.
Yes, sir. We started a little slow tonight, but that was one of the good things for us as our kids learned to deal with a little bit of adversity, and Nunu does what Nunu does, and we were able to take over the game. So it was a fun night.
Absolutely. And, of course, in the driver's seat right now, of course, you've got some other games down the road that you can't overlook. You're going to be taking on Big Sandy on the road next week. They're 0 for right now, but that doesn't matter. It's still a district game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Big Sandy was one of the teams in the district that kind of came on strong and made a push. So they're always a competitive team, and we're going to go out there and give them everything we got. I'm sure they're going to do the same.
So let me ask you this, all right? When you start looking ahead, all right, I know you're going to go, Jim, I don't look ahead. But, I mean, you got to kind of, look out for the safety, the health of your guys and all that kind of stuff. Do you coach any differently when you're taking on somebody that you should handle okay?
Well, you want to say, like you said, like coaches are going to talk like coaches, and they try not to. But, yeah, I mean, you do a little bit. You try to figure out who can play and who can come in the game and still wrap it up for you without being detrimental to what you're trying to get done and accomplish. But we were banged up a little bit tonight, but I think if we can take care of business against Big Sandy this week, we got the bye week coming up, and it'll give us an opportunity to give some of those guys some rest.
Yeah, because after Big Sandy, you do have a bye the week of the 17th. And then, of course, Ore City at home, Wascom at Wascom, which that'll be the big one. And then Harleton at home to finish it up for senior night. So when you say you're banged up, are you talking about 3 or 4, 4 or 5? Or,
Well, I don't really want to tell you that, because if anybody else is listening, then they know how many we got hurt. No, okay. It's nothing serious. It's really not anything serious.
Bumps and bruises.
Just a couple of guys. Yeah, just bumps and bruises and stuff that we'll watch out for this week and back off the kids if we need to, and otherwise we'll be full speed. It's nothing major at all.
Okay, well, good. So we have new graphics on our screen now, and so we've got the yellow jacket in the top left corner hanging out with us. So if someone joins late, they'll say, "Oh, they're talking to Coach Maines at Elysian Fields." So
there you go.
We're trying to be big time around here, okay?
Yeah.
So,
Everybody always tries to do that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I got the orange yellow jacket in the corner. So,
orange yellow jacket.
Yeah, orange yellow jacket. So, and we got a little ticker on the bottom where we keep up with local schools and stuff that we keep up with. So, like I said, and we've moved to YouTube also. So, I'm trying to make you famous also.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you talked about Nunu. The guy does it all, does he not?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like last week, when we were talking about him grabbing the onside kick, I said in 23 years I've never seen a kid do that. He's anytime you feel like you're out of a game, you never really completely feel like you're out of a game, regardless of what the score is, because he's always going to change it on a dime, and so every single time he touches the ball, I just always say to the coaches on the sideline, man, I'm glad that dude's on our side.
Yeah, I imagine. All right, so does he have a little brother by chance?
He does, yeah. He has a sister that's a 7th grader for us. She's going to be a stud, and then he's got a younger brother that I think he's in 4th or 5th grade. So we got some more of them coming for sure.
Plenty of eligibility.
Absolutely,
no doubt. All right, so how's the family? I mean, because, like I said, we talked about this early when we started talking to you, the transition, moving here and everything. Is everything still good? Everybody still loving it?
Oh, yeah. The community's been tremendous. Everybody's welcomed us, and it's been really awesome. My youngest is a rock star out here in the campus, and he's making friends and everything, and my oldest is killing it at SFA, and he gets to come home and see the Jackets play every weekend. So, yeah, it's been amazing for us, for sure.
I love it. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Coach Maines, I know you're probably ready to shut it down for the night, unless you're planning on watching film with the guys tonight. What are you planning on doing? You going home?
Oh, I got a couple of friends in town, and we're just kind of hanging out and reminiscing and talking about being 6-0,
Okay. So are these guys that you played football with or coached football with?
There were coaches with me out in the Metroplex. Yeah, they're like washed up now though. They don't coach football anymore. So.
I love it. All right, so let me guess. They became like financial network guys type stuff.
Oh yeah. They're out there in the world making way more money than I'll ever make as a coach. So.
Yeah, there's no money in that. That is for sure. All right. Well, hey, Coach Maines, always a pleasure to talk to you, and I love what you're doing over there at Elysian Fields. I'm just going to say that. I'm a fan from a distance, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hopefully I get to talk to you next weekend because I know you only talk to winners. So.
That's right. Winners only. All right. Take care, Coach Mays.
All right. You have a good night.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. There goes Coach Bo Mays. I tell you, I really like that guy. Orr City lost tonight. They got throttled by Hawkins, 50-20. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like the ticker. We're going to have to add some more to them and do it. Randy tries to put them in, last minute and stuff so they're up to date and all that. And I'm like, Randy, you're doing a great job. I always tell Randy he does a good job. So, if you see Randy, you tell him he's doing a good job. All right. Who else do we need to talk to? We need to back it out, and we're going to – you know what? We need to call Coach Turner again. That dude didn't answer the phone. And Coach Nelson, I tell you what, we're going to have to whoop Coach Nelson. That's all I'm going to say right there. All right. Turner. Let's try it again. Let's go.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Dude. What is wrong with him? All right, that's fine. All right, 903-650-7358. That is our phone number. And if there's a team you want me to call, I will be more than happy to. And, of course, they have to answer. And so, yeah, we're going to save that right there. All right. I don't know whose number that is. Huh. All right. Yeah, I do. I think I do. All right, let's see. We could try to call Marshall again. You want to do that? Because I sure do like Coach Hammett. All right, I'm going to call him again. Yes, I am. There he goes. All right, let's try it again. Oh, Coach Turner's driving a bus. Yeah, you can't talk on the phone when he's driving a bus.
You've reached Jason Hammett, 903-879-4000.
Okay, you guys don't need to give out that number. All right, so there you go. All right, Turner says he'll call us back in 15 minutes. All right, I'll let him slide since he's doing that. All right. So we can try Coach Nelson again. You want to try Coach Nelson again? Let's try Coach Nelson. That dude.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
that went
messaging
straight to
system.
voicemail. Maybe he's trying to call me. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
Your call has been...
No, it's like his phone's off. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to blame Kyle Harrison for it because he's not answering. Yeah, we'll blame him. Troop. All right, let me see. Did we talk to him? Did we talk to him last week? For some reason, I feel like we did. Good gravy. They beat Elkhart 67-2. Yeesh. I mean, that's a beatdown, is it not? All right, let's see. Troop. There he is. Coach Wells. I think we talked to him, didn't we? I think we did. We'll do it. We're going to call him. Yep, we did. All right, so he's cruising home right now, I bet. All right, so we're gonna do this. Let's do this right here.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right. We are reaching out to the athletic director, head football coach of the Troop Tigers, Coach Sam Wells. And good evening, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am great. And wow, I saw the score earlier and I was like, man. I mean, 67-2.
Well, it's actually 47. 47-2. Not 67.
Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you, Dave Campbell's got 67-2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So are you sure you're right? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, 47-2, 67-2. It doesn't matter. It's a big win.
That's right.
You gave up a safety, obviously, and that might have been just a punting situation where you said,
they blocked an extra point and ran it back. And so
I bet you weren't happy about that.
No, sir. We weren't real happy about that, but we got it corrected, and it didn't happen again.
Okay. All right. Well, then with it 47-2, there had to be good, bad, and ugly. So the ugly, I'm assuming, was to block the extra point and them scoring on that.
Yeah, for sure. We had some early in the game. We had some little penalties and stuff that kind of plagued us a little bit, but we kind of got it together and got rolling there in the midway through the first quarter, through the second quarter, and played well the rest of the game. And the clock ran basically the whole second half, so it was a short night for us.
Absolutely. So are you at home or headed to your house, or are you at the field
No,
house?
we're already back. We were on the road tonight, and so we're already home. And anyway, it's a pretty short night.
Yeah. So are you watching film tonight, or are you at home?
Yes, sir. No, we're watching film tonight.
Okay. All right. Gonna take it easy tomorrow then.
Well, no, we'll be up here tomorrow at it again.
I just try to get you committed. All right. Of course, next week you're going to be at home taking on Winona.
Yes, sir.
All right. And, of course, the things that you guys deal with now back from, when you played and when I played, there's more distractions now, which I'm not making excuses for the kids. But, I mean, they know Winona's having a rough year. They're 1-5, 0-2 in district play. How do you keep their focus on the task at hand?
Tonight was kind of a wake-up call a little bit because we didn't play as well as we wanted to, and particularly in the first half. And our kids knew that, and that was kind of their battle cry when they came in the locker room at halftime, that we're not playing very well. And so they know we got to do better. And so next week, I hope we come out firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. A lot of schools do different activities on Friday nights. Like, a lot of people are doing pink out, because of cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness stuff. Does Troop do that also?
Yes, sir. Ours is actually next Friday night against Winona.
Okay.
Is our pink out game. So we have that once a year and in October. And so it's Winona this year.
All right. Is that a distraction for you and your coaching
staff?
No,
not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, our distractions, homecoming, that's done. And so that's kind of the biggest distraction of the year. And we always do ours before district starts. And
absolutely.
But our kids handle it really good. Since I've been at Troop, they don't get too. It's not that big a deal in Troop. We don't have parades and all that kind of stuff. And it's just we have a couple pep rallies for the elementary and the high school, and then that's pretty much it. So
okay. All right. Well, good. All right. So compare this team to the teams you've coached at Troop.
Well, it's hard to compare completely yet because obviously we're in the middle of it. But I think overall team speed we're faster than any team we've had at Troop since I've been here. I think defensively we're probably a little better overall than we've been. From 2 years ago when we were 9-2.
Right.
And so we're still learning and still getting better. And so if you ask me that, and hopefully in about December I can tell you. So.
All right, that sounds good to me. Well, I'm going to keep calling you if you keep winning, okay?
Hey, keep it up. I enjoy talking to you.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Wells, I appreciate you. Get into that film room and get after it.
Yes,
and
sir.
Tell the coaches congratulations, all right?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. See you later.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye. All right, that is the athletic director, head football coach of Troop Tigers. They're ranked number 7, by the way. They are 6-0 in overall, 2-0 district play. They are having, yes, I already talked to Coach Willard. Yeah, I think it is your fault, Kyle. I do. So, yeah, see, and that's the kind of thing. I know some of these coaches could be blowing smoke up my tail end, but when they do say that, like Coach Surratt, who's won 10 state titles, and he's talking to some broke down, old dude about, stuff like that. But he always calls me Jim. He's always respectful, and that makes the world difference, So, yeah. So I text Coach Nelson on my cell phone also, and I was like, okay, dude, where you at? But, yeah, so I don't know. All right. Well, like I said, we're going to keep looking and talking to other coaches. And if you guys have another one, yeah, Wascom beat Harleton. Yeah, 28-0. We'll reach out to Wascom. I think we can do that, right? I think we can. Yeah, because, man, when him and EF play each other, man, that's going to be woo. And it's at Wascom this year, you know, and they're separated by what, a couple of miles maybe, if that. So, yeah, we'll reach out to him right now. Let's see. And it's Lawson. Yeah, have we talked to Lawson? I don't think we have. All right, but we're going to reach out to him. And he may say, who are you, dude? Yeah, we've never talked to this guy. All right, so let's do it. All right, let's go. I bet he don't answer. What do you want to bet? I'm going to say he doesn't answer.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
All right, once again, this is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show. We go down the scoreboard, and then we talk to coaches that win. And the Wascom Wildcats taking care of business, 5-1 overall, 3-0 in district play. And we're reaching out to Coach Lawson. Coach Lawson, how are you this evening?
How you doing well? How about y'all?
We're doing great. I mean, I didn't get sweaty like you did and have to yell at a bunch of kids or referees. So, you know, my life's good right now. So, but how are the Wildcats? How are you feeling about them right now?
You know, I like where we're at. I didn't think we played particularly well offensively tonight. We had several turnovers, and you know, we really didn't establish drives like we thought we were coming to the game. You know, I give Harleton a lot of credit. I thought they had a really good game plan. I thought their kids played really hard. And I told our kids coming into the game, they were a team that I felt like was battle-tested. They had been on the field with Troop and Arp. They had already played Beckfield, you know, and I saw them getting better on tape. And I knew they were going to play us really hard. So, but on the other side of the ball, defensively, you know, I thought we played about as good as we can. You know, anytime you end up and you finish the night with a shutout, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. How many seniors do you have this year?
I have 11.
11. So that's not a whole lot.
No, but a lot of them play a whole lot, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So how many – is this your second year or first year?
Second year.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure. So you're comfortable. Would you say you're comfortable there?
Yes, very much so.
All right, and where did you come from?
I was at Waukegan. I was the head coach at Waukegan for 10 years.
Okay, all right. And so what would you say is the difference between Wascom and Waukegan?
There's not a lot, you know, just a bunch of tough, hard-nosed kids that play really hard. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of difference. I mean, in Waukegan, we run the slot T, and Wascom, we run the flex ball.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And but you feel like the kids have the same attitude?
Yes, very much so. You know, just a bunch of blue-collar kids that play really hard, you know, and like I said, a game like tonight, it wasn't pretty. It's not going to be, you know, overwhelm anybody with stats or this or that. But, you know, it was a tough, hard-nosed game that you have to play to get better.
Right.
I mean, you just do. And, you know, like I said, I thought we did a lot of really good things. I thought we left a lot on the table offensively. But, you know, there's going to be nights like that. There's some nights you have to win a game a different way. You can't score 50 points every night.
Right.
So, you know, and I always say this, if you can stop people, you're always going to give yourself an opportunity to win football games when it gets cold outside.
Yeah, that's right. You're exactly right. Now, let me ask you this. Down the road, Elysian Fields got a new athletic director, and they're doing pretty good this year. Are people trying to talk about that instead of talking about what's current for Wascom?
Well, they try, and I don't even entertain the conversation. I'm 100% focused on the Beckville Bearcats right now. They're a really good football team. What a lot of people don't realize is that they've been really dinged up all year. I think we're going to see the best version of them next Friday night in Beckville, and we're going to have to play a really good football game to go in there and get a win. You know, we're going to see a much better version than anybody else has seen all year long, and I know that.
Well, the thing is, if you take care of you, it doesn't matter if they're strong or not. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but I mean, the thing is, people will say, well, what are you going to do if they come out in this? Well, it doesn't matter what they're coming out. We do what we do. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%, and it's a little different mindset this year for us. Last year going into the season, we were coming off a 3-7 year, the year prior to me getting there. We kind of had a lot, I guess we were the hunters in the district. We were not the defending district champion like we are this year.
Right.
But, we've said all year long that, that all sounds good, that, everybody can hunt us, but when we kick the ball off, we're going to be the hunters. And that's the mindset we have. I thought we played really hard tonight. I thought Coach Trotty and his staff did a phenomenal job. Their kids are playing better and better each week. And, I think they're going to have something to say about being in the playoffs for sure.
Absolutely. So, all right, last year's first year, you go 10-3 last year. You're 5-1 this year, and I understand you're only halfway through the season. What would you compare this team to last year's team? Good, bad, ugly, still a work in progress?
I think we're different. I think we're much better defensively right now. I think we're very explosive still. We were last year. I think the biggest thing that we have to be able to do is, and where we've got to put our most work into is like we have to be able to sustain an 8 to 12 play drive when needed. We can't live and die off of 50 and 60 yard runs.
Right.
Now they're nice when they happen, but we can't live and die that way because sooner or later we'll die. And so that's the biggest thing. Monday when we get to over the weekend, I guess actually, and then Monday at practice, that's going to be the big emphasis for us. Is we've got to work at putting together sustained drives, and I think that was maybe the biggest difference last year. I thought we did a good job of that. That's something, an area this year we still got to improve upon.
I like it. All right. Well, guess what? I know you got things to do. You probably got. Are you watching film tonight?
Man, I actually just opened up the garage door at my house. I'm fixing to walk in the shower, get into bed, and get after the Beckville Bearcats tomorrow.
All right. Well, you got my number. Lock it in. You win. I'll call you, okay?
Amen. I look forward to hearing from you next Friday night, then.
There you go. I love it, Coach Lawson. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. All is well.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, great interview there with Coach Lawson. Good call there by Jimmy, reaching out to me. Coach Turner called me, and so did Coach Worley. So we're going to who should we call? We'll go ahead and call Coach Turner, that little crybaby. We'll call him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not calling him a crybaby. Y'all better not tell him I said that. All right, here we go. He should be. He just asked me what time, and I'm calling him right now. Oh, you know what? We got to do this. Hold on.
Cass County Radio, KALT is KPYN AM 900 Atlanta, 95.5 FMK 238BF Atlanta, and 103.9 FMK 280 GV Atlanta.
All right, we had to play station identification. He didn't answer the phone. Oh, now he's calling me. All right, there he is. All right, let's go to the phone line now. What's going on, Coach Turner?
Man, just rolled back into Maud, Texas.
Man, I didn't know you still knew how to drive a bus.
Oh, yeah, I can still drive a bus, baby.
Hey, so Shane Weber over there at Quitman, he drives a bus all the time, too.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes it's the best seat on the bus.
Yeah, because nobody's supposed to bother you, right?
That's exactly right.
That's exactly. I love it. All right, well, guess what? Going on the road and pulling out a win like that over Clarksville, 22-20, you got to feel pretty good.
Man, feel awesome. Our defense was unbelievable tonight. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think I got the best defensive coordinator in the state. Tommy Graff does one heck of a great job, and he had those guys rocking and rolling. We had a pick six early, and we only had 2 offensive touchdowns. I mean, it was a slobber knocker, and our defense stepped up.
A slobber knocker. I love it. So now here's the thing. People look at the Mod Cardinals. They're 2-4 overall, but then they got to look at that other number, 2-0 in district play. You got to feel pretty.
We're fired up to be 2-0 in district play. You know, I mean, it's nice. It's nice to get on a little streak, you know, and hopefully we can continue it and just keep getting better and you know, just kind of keep rolling. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to get hot at the right time and keep the momentum going.
Well, I do want to point something out to you. Next week, you play the down the road rival, the Pirates.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt. Hey, we've said it before, and we talk about it all the time. Their former superintendent, Rex Burks, and I used to talk about it don't matter if you're 0-9 or 9-0. That game right there, you can throw the records out. It's about going out and playing ball.
Well, here's the other thing. You're gonna have to tell Blackburn, you know, he's got to calm himself down, man. His wife just got inducted into the Atlanta Athletics Hall of Fame.
Well, so a couple things on that. One, so me and Chance played ball against each other growing up. You know, he's a DeKalb boy and I'm a New Boston boy.
Right.
And so we played, I remember, Little League against each other. Well, his wife, I actually knew his wife because my cousin was her softball coach at Atlanta.
Yes.
And so I've known Casey and watched her play when she was in high school, and she was a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, left-handed too.
Left-handed strike thrower. Now
Yeah.
she was good. Next time you get to talk to Chance, ask him if he'll play catch with her because sometimes he's like, yeah, I'm getting a little old, can't see quite as well anymore.
Well, I don't know if you know about this story. So a story she shared with Coach Gordon Pines, how they met. They were playing. She was playing in a co-ed ball game. She was playing right field, and he came up to the plate and lasered one out to right field and tried to stretch a single into a double and got thrown out. She threw him out at second base.
Yes, I have heard that story, and it is a great story. There's no doubt. I don't know. They're both very competitive people, but Casey Blackburn is one competitive human being. Let me tell you what. You know, she worked here with us for, gosh, 5, 6 years. I can't even remember now. And she went on down to James Bowie, where she's just teaching now over there. But you know, she coached over here with us, and she was a dang good athlete in high school. She's a dang good person, and I'm very proud for her that she got inducted into the Atlanta Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. I mean, now they have 26 on that one wall. Now they're going to start on the other side. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is. And Gordon Pines, I know you know the legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Gordon Pines. This guy sat in here the other morning and talked for an hour straight, basically, and could tell you every single thing about every single person that was ever inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, yeah, Coach Pines was the track coach at Atlanta when I was in high school, And I'd like to say I fared a little better in track, but I think I've got two. I guess dancers have 2 left feet. I just got 2 slow feet.
I believe it. All right. Well, next week, Sims, the Pirates versus the Cardinals. It's a home game, though, right?
Yes, home game for us. Big game. It's going to be a big game. And
are y'all going to pink
like
out?
I said, it's always a big game when we get together with those guys. But it is, it'll be a big game for us and them, and so we'll just kind of see. We'll see how she shakes out. Hopefully, we'll come out and play real well.
So, are you pinking out next week?
No, we are pinking out.
The Cumbie game.
The Cumbie game.
Yep.
We're pinking out the Cumbie game, which now that I think about it, that might be Halloween too.
It is Halloween.
Yeah, we're pinking out that one. We're whiting out the James Bowie game.
Really?
So we'll see how that goes.
I bet that's going to be pretty cool. You guys whiting out.
Yeah, we'll see. We've done it before. It's always something to get the fans going and all that.
What do you guys wear? Do you guys all? I mean, I'm talking about the coaches. Y'all wear all white too?
No, sir. No white pants for Coach Turner. That'd be a bad look. Nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to see that.
Just wear white baseball pants, man. You'll be all right.
Man, great story on baseball pants. So a couple of years ago, I had to step in the middle of a game, and I got restricted. Well, I didn't get restricted. I got called back to the dugout and told that I didn't have the proper attire on. They made me go put some baseball pants on. The only pants they had were about 2 sizes too small. I put them things on. I looked like, it was a bad look. It was a bad time for Coach Turner at that moment.
Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. I love it. All right. Family good?
Family's good.
Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad are good. Just Dad was there keeping the stats tonight. Fired up. So
I love it.
Yeah. No. Oh, Pops, he does a good job for us. We're real appreciative of him. And Mama, she's at home taking care of everything and watching the scores roll through.
Yes, sir. Well, if you get a chance, I know you don't really have. I mean, you got Facebook, but you don't have Facebook because you don't really get on it. Or you can go on YouTube. We've moved up in the world. We've got a banner across the screen. We got a ticker going across the bottom, and then I don't have all the high school logos yet, but so you can get on to me for not having mod. But we're putting it on there, and so usually when I'm talking to a coach, I can throw the logo up there since nobody's got to go, who are we talking to? So just letting you know. But yeah, I do have mod on the ticker though, going across the bottom though. Okay.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate what you do for high school sports, and like I said, you've been doing this a long time. We're real appreciative of it, Jim.
Well, I'm getting old, so and this getting late stuff's getting old. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Getting late stuff's getting old. Hey, speaking of family, how's all your grandbabies?
All right. Well, we're having a birthday party tomorrow for Lucy. She'll be 1 on the 9th, but we're doing the party tomorrow, and it's called Lucy Goosey. But yeah, she's doing good. Max, Drew's oldest, thinks I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. Morgan and Drew tried to get him to, they did where he's sitting there and they go, Mama or Daddy? And he goes, Paul.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm like, that's exactly right. So he spends the night with us on Saturday nights and goes to church with us on Sunday mornings. But it's not going to Paul's house. It's going to Gigi's house. So, but he's doing good. And then Kaylee's son, William, he's playing fall ball. It's a team called, I was all excited. They're called the Hogzillas, right? Being a Razorback guy, right? They are the ugliest uniforms I've ever seen in my life. They're gray with not even a John Deere green. I mean, it's ugly, and I'm just like, and Kaylee's like, Dad, do you want a shirt? And I'm like, sure, you know what I mean? So they play tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, they're living their best life. The grandkids are.
That's awesome. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you this, and I know you've heard it before. If I could have had grandkids before kids, I'd have never had kids. Plain and simple. That is for sure. So, all right.
There ain't no doubt about that.
Well, hey, take care of business next week. Let's talk again.
Man, sounds great.
And if you wear white pants, I want to know about it.
Don't worry. You won't see me in that.
All right, Coach Turner. You be good.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you. All right, there goes Coach Josh Turner. Great guy right there. Yeah, I noticed I didn't take the logo off. So, all right, we're going to turn around and reach out to Coach Worley. He called me back, and we're going to call him back. Let's see if he answers the phone. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to call him right now and play this.
Now let's go to the phone lines and talk to a winning coach on the Sonic Scoreboard. Brought to you by Sonic, Highway 59's Atlanta. Now open till 2 a.m. with all of your favorites.
Hello.
All right, we're going to the phone line now. This is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show. We're reaching out to the athletic director, Hugh Springs Mustangs, and head football coach, Coach Worley. How's it going, Coach Worley?
Oh, it's going great. I mean, it's always good to come away with a win and get something to build off moving forward.
That's right. Big win tonight at Queen City, 37-18. You were actually trailing, I think it was 18-13 or 18-16, and you roared back in the second half and took control of the game.
Yes, sir. I mean, it was 18-13 going in at half, and really, really proud of the guys and their resiliency and how they handled themselves tonight. And, the last 2 weeks, last week and this game tonight, we just start off slow in the first half and found ourselves behind, but within reach at halftime. And then, we go in and make adjustments at halftime and visit with our kids, and they believe and they're bought in with what we do, and they came out in the second half and pitched a shutout.
Absolutely.
And we're able to put some more points on the board, and that's 2 weeks in a row where we've kind of had a tough first half defensively, and then had two shutouts 2 weeks in a row in the second half. So we got to get to a point to where, and we talk about it, we got to get to a point to where the second halves we've been playing, we got to be able to start the game and play 4 quarters that way. I mean, if we do that, then we feel like we can play with just about anybody.
And that's the thing. Building confidence up in the kids is the first thing. They got to completely buy in, not go, okay, we'll wait till the second half, because, you and I both know if you start fast, you'll finish fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And they kind of learned that lesson last week because, we didn't play well in the first half against DeKalb last week and ended up giving a 42 spot in the first half. And, a lot of players and teams would shut down coming out in the second half, and we didn't. We put 2 scores on the board and we pitched a shutout in the second half, and so I was really hoping that we were going to be able to start the game out this week, building off of that. But it was just one of those things that we just weren't playing and doing the things we were coached to do in the first half. But we were able to right the ship at halftime and like I said, and get that second half shutout to keep them at 18. So it was a very productive night for us, and definitely something we can grow off of.
Absolutely. And, and I know you've had some bumps and bruises on the way and everything, but, I feel like you're starting to, when you come into a system that's ran a certain way for so many years, it's not going to just turn overnight that first year. In the second year, you're still building. How do you feel like you're doing with the culture and the progression of the identity of who Coach Worley is and what his team is?
Yeah, it definitely is a process, and we understand as a staff it's not an overnight fix, and especially like you said, and there's a long tenured coaching staff here for so many years, and and we've made there's been a lot of changes from even my first year last year to this year when it comes to coaching staff, and we graduated 17 seniors last year, so we're playing with a bunch of young kids that are having to grow up as the season progresses, and as well as a new offensive system in which that hasn't been run here, and our guys they believe in each other, they believe in the things that we teach,
And, like at halftime, we made some adjustments, putting guys to go play in positions that they hadn't even repped during the week. And they went and did a stellar job at it. It's like we talked to them about these adjustments and what needs to be done, and there's no bucking it. They believe it and they trust it, and then they go out and do it. And I couldn't be more proud of them. But I would say the culture switch is definitely, it's not obviously ever going to get to where a coach truly wants it to be,
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you want it to be perfect, but that's an unattainable thing. But they are to a point where they're striving for perfection, and and trying to handle adversity the right way. Because the game of football, there's ebb and flows, there's highs, there's lows, and it's really just stay the course, and that's what we're looking to do. So I would say we're ahead of the curve, when it comes to the culture part of things. We just got to keep pressing forward and get even tighter.
Now, let me ask you this. When we're talking about young guys, you've got some freshmen that are playing on varsity, do you not?
We do. We have one freshman that's up with us this year.
Okay. All right. And then how many seniors do you have this year?
We have 8 seniors total.
Okay. And then, they probably, the way you said that makes me think they're not all playing, but they're there. So you got a lot of sophomores and juniors on the team. Is what
we do.
Okay.
Yes. That's right.
So, like you said, not cashing in on this year, but you're building for this year for next year.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, we knew that going in. That's something we talked about as a staff, and I've communicated with our players from the very beginning of the season. With us being as young as we are across the board, I knew that we were gonna take some licks early on, and we were gonna hit some walls and have adversity along the way, just because of the lack of Friday night experience. And as the season's gone on, each week from game to game, that experience grows, and there's no replacement for experience.
Right.
And going from Thursday night football to Friday night football, it's a very wide gap. And from the physicality, the size, the speed, and everything that goes along with Friday night football. But they've grown like I hoped they would. And I always knew that, hey, if they're going to take their licks, but they just got to, as long as we get it figured out by district, then we got a shot to do something special.
All right. Now, you and I hung out last year during baseball, and you actually got on the radio with me, and we, a little chit-chatting and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your son was a freshman last year, is that right?
No, my son was a junior last year.
Was a junior last year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
See.
He's
Okay.
a senior.
Okay. Can I ask where do you got him playing?
He's a quarterback for us.
Okay.
That's his sole purpose, is quarterbacking. And
Okay.
I'm really, really proud of him tonight. I mean, he threw the ball really, really well, made some really good decisions, and but he had some really good receivers that got themselves in position and got open for him to get the ball too. So, and the ones that don't get the credit like they should, the offensive line. Those trench guys, they never get the credit they deserve. And
right.
And tonight he had the time to get the ball off, and he was able to kind of put it for the most part where he wanted it. So it was a really good night for him.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Plays a mean shortstop too, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So next week you're taking on the Hooks Hornets, Coach Birdwell, and of course the former athletic director there, Coach Ed. You'll probably talk to him more than you will Birdwell. Not talking ugly about Birdwell. I'm just stating the facts, but you know what I mean, because you dealt with it already. But pretty good ball team. You are at home though, so that's always a plus. They actually played out of district play tonight. They took on Timpson, which is a solid team, lower class team, but solid as always, and everything. But I guess that's because Birdwell just doesn't want to sit around and wait for a district game. Would you?
Well, I mean, they only played 3 non-district games, So if in my estimation, I'm assuming they didn't schedule a 4th non-district game, so they used that bye week as an opportunity to get that 10th game in. Is the way that I see it. So
yeah,
they do a good job over there. Those kids are tough. They're coached well, and I've watched a little bit of film on them, already, but not enough to be able to go in depth to at the moment, but. If we can find a way to eliminate penalties and and really figure out, okay, the way we're playing defense in the second half, how do we start a game out that way? Then I like our chances against them, but we also know that it's not going to be handed to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, same as you, Birdwell's son, Ripken, is the quarterback over there. They got a pretty good little running back, Grigsby, and then they've got a pretty good speedy wideout.
Yes.
And I mean, they got some other guys, but those are the three that jump out at me. I actually watched them play Atlanta, and and I think Atlanta knocked the receiver out of the game early in the first quarter. But Ripken, he'll drop back to pass, but he'll tuck it and run too. So pretty good.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty good little athlete.
He's a good athlete, and he's tough too. He makes good decisions, and he's one of those that he's hard to hem up in the pocket. And if he's got time back there, he's going to pick you apart. But that's what you get with a good athlete.
That's right. That's right. Well, I hope your defense shows up early for you Friday night and does it in the first half and second half.
Yes, sir.
And so I appreciate you hollering back at me and letting me get with you because, anytime somebody wins, I want to give them, an opportunity to brag on their kids. So
absolutely. Well, I appreciate the exposure and for getting a hold of us because our kids deserve the recognition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Coach Worley, if I don't talk to you again, I'll see you on the baseball field. All right.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Take care. All right.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that is the Hugh Springs Athletic Director, Coach Worley. Good guy right there. There's no doubt about it. Always love talking to him. And, so my wife decided to go to bed. She's sorry, boy, I tell you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Should I try Coach Nelson one more time? I'm starting to get a little complex here. I really am. But I'm blaming Kyle for it. He's the athletic director, the Athletic Booster Club president. So we're going to blame him.
Automated voice messaging system
Yeah, his phone is off, man. His phone is
not
off.
available.
Dude.
At the tone, please record your message.
Dude. All right. Yeah, you know why? Because I asked a favor from him. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, I asked for a favor and didn't hear it. Yeah, Kyle just posted. Kyle just posted a bunch of stuff here. Look at it. Okay. He did the scoring. Yeah, he did the scoring on there. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll give him a little thumbs up there. All right. Yeah. So here's how it's. Dangerfield scored first. Isaiah Parker runs from 1 yard out. Eric Ballesteros kicked the PAT. Then Tanner Teeter blocks a punt that is recovered on the 9 to set up the score. That's how they scored their first one. I like that. DeKalb then scores. Garner runs from 75 yards out. 2-point attempt is no good. Dangerfield then turns around and scores. Parker throws a 31-yard touchdown to Rain Wallace. The PAT is good. They do that at the end of the first quarter, 13-6. Second quarter, DeKalb ties it up. Maddox Burgeon throws a 17-yard touchdown pass to Walker Matson. And then Burgeon runs in for the 2-point conversion. Dangerfield scores again. Parker throws a 6-yard touchdown pass to Eli Harrison. And Ballesteros kicks the PAT, 3:12 to go. DeKalb scores. Dom Dunn runs in from 6 yards out, touchdown. Mason Salinas runs in for the 2-point conversion, and DeKalb leads 22-21. And then Dangerfield kicks a 28-yard field goal with 7 seconds remaining in the first half, and they're up 24-22 at halftime. Coming out, Dangerfield scores first in the third quarter. Wallace returns a punt, 61 yards for a touchdown. Extra point is good, 31-22. DeKalb scores. Dunn runs from 6 yards out. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good, and that makes it 31-28. 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And then Dangerfield scores again, 38-28. Micah Broughton runs from 45 yards out. PAT is good, 38-28. And then Dangerfield scores again, 26-yard pass from Parker to Jakiran Craver. And the PAT is good. Final score, Dangerfield 45, DeKalb 28. So there you go. And that's how, and there it is on the taper at the same time. So Kyle Harrison does a good job with the stats there. That's good. All right. Well, let's see. I'm trying to see who else we should call. I would like to talk to Coach Hammett and talk about Marshall. Marshall's on the road, beats Mount Pleasant, but only 7-3, I believe it was. I'm going to make sure real quick. Yeah, they win 7-3 at Marshall, and Marshall is 1-0 in district play, 4-1 in overall, and they're going to be taking on Texas High at home. And this could be an upset. I think Marshall's got a shot to beat them. They play good defense, so it'll be interesting. They played well against the Lobos. So I don't know. That's a good game right there. That'd be something to be tempted to go watch. Of course, it'll be interesting. And I hate to hear Queen City lost. They were up 18-13, lose that game right there, in the second half. All right, well, once again, just for notification, Atlanta is 2-0 in district play. They're going to take on Sabine on the road next week. You'll be able to listen to that game right here on Cass County Radio, KALT. Cumbie defeats Linden Kildare 56-0. You'll be able to listen to that game in the morning with Marlon Sullivan and Pat Robinson calling that game for you. And that'll be the rebroadcast of it right here on Cass County Radio, KALT. Okay? All right. And by the way, I do want to let everybody know that you can subscribe to YouTube. We are now on YouTube. It's called the Cass County Radio, KALT, just like it is on Facebook. You can subscribe to us. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we possibly can to get noticed. And I think we're up to, 2 days ago I started telling people to do it. We're up to 22 subscribers. Look out. We even got a new pastor following us, Pastor J. Allen Rush. I have no idea who he is, but there he is right there. And, I don't know where he's at, but, we'll definitely check him out. So, yeah. So, I appreciate him doing that. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think we're about ready to pack it up. I think so. I think we're going to shut it down early tonight. I think because we started early. We started at 10. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay? You guys going to be mad at me? I don't think you will be. I think you'll be okay. I think Kelly's the only one still watching because she doesn't sleep. I think Jimmy went to bed. I don't know. All right. Well, yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. I do want to thank Sonic America's Drive-In for being the sponsor. They fed me corn dogs tonight, and, of course, my large unsweet tea. I'll be up all night now. But thankful for that. And we're going to work on the more logos, getting more logos up there for local schools and stuff. We need to get Maud. We need to get Dangerfield and all that. And shout out to Kyle Harrison for having the update on the scores for the DCAB Dangerfield game. I pulled it up off Facebook, and I appreciate him doing that. And, yeah, and let's see. Is there anything else that I missed? So I don't know. All right. But, yeah, there you go. I think that's everything. Yep. We're going to call it everything. Yes, I'll be downtown tomorrow, 1 o'clock. That's something I wanted to tell you, everybody that can hear me right now. There's a couple things going on this weekend. One, East Texas Meat Slingers, who's the proud sponsor of our halftime show on the Atlanta Rabbits and Linden Kildare. They're also the proud sponsor of our sports. You're not in bed, okay. Proud sponsor of our sports on the Cass County Trading Post, East Texas Meat Slingers. Shout out to them. She's going to cut a new spot, but let's do this right now and listen to it because this happens tomorrow. They're already in their new location, but they're having a ribbon cutting at 1 o'clock tomorrow, downtown Atlanta. They've got a farmer's market that's going to be there, so check it out.
Hi, everyone. It's Catherine with East Texas Meat Slingers here. This isn't really a commercial. It's a thank you. We know you have a choice of where to shop, and we're grateful that you choose to spend your hard-earned money with us. Because of you, we've been able to grow our team and expand what we offer. Now we're taking the next big step. On October 4th, we're moving to a larger building and celebrating with a farmer's market. You'll find our meats along with fresh produce, baked goods, and other local favorites all in one place. We would love for you to come check out the new space and be part of this next chapter with us. From all of us at East Texas Meat Slingers, thank you for making this possible.
So shout out to East Texas Meat Slingers. They're going to be, like I said, they're going to have farmers market. There's going to be energy teas, produce. Of course, their meat and their new location. You go check out the new location if you haven't seen it. Also, Sunday, October 5th from 2 to 3, it's the Life Chain. And basically, it's Life Chain.
For all your insurance needs, call Frank Lanier at BB Boone Insurance Agency.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that. But Life Chain Sunday from 2 to 3, corner of West Main and South Louise, right here in Atlanta. It's a peaceful protest for against abortion. All right, and that's going to be on Sunday from 2 to 3, and yeah, peaceful. All right. Also, one more thing I want to let you know about Lions Club, all right? I'm a proud member of the Lions Club, and we're doing a coat drive. Amanda Jackson's doing this. It's benefiting Mission Atlanta, all right? And coats, gloves, hats, and scarves. We're going to end it mid-November. But you can contact Amanda Jackson at 903-277-1803. That's 1803. 903-277-1803. Shout out to Robin Blackwood. The first day I mentioned that, guess what? She donated $25. She Venmoed me $25 to give to Amanda, which I did, and I appreciated that. All right. You know, she didn't have to do that, but she did. So that made, I was like, look at her, sweet girl. So, yeah. So shout out to Robin Blackwood. All right. Now, real quick, I want to give you this. Some scores that happened tonight. You had University of South Florida defeating Colgate. I think it is. Is that Colgate? Let me make sure. I may be wrong. I was wrong. Charlotte 49ers, 54-26, the final score there. South Florida Bulls win that game there. And game still going on in the fourth quarter. It's BYU 38, West Virginia, 38-17. I'll quit singing. Sorry. All right. And the Las Vegas Aces win game one in the WNBA Finals over Phoenix, 89-86. Aja Wilson drops 21 for the Aces. All right. And hockey last night, or tonight, I guess last night, Pittsburgh over Buffalo 5-4 in overtime. And then you had Minnesota over Chicago 3-2. Winnipeg defeats Calgary in a shootout. San Jose over Vegas 4-1. Vegas having a tough time this year. Vancouver wins in overtime over Edmonton 3-2. And NBA action, a little, if you want to get excited about that. You had Phoenix over the Lakers 103-81. I mean, it's preseason. It's not anything to get too excited about. All right, women's volleyball last night. Pittsburgh over Clemson. By the way, Pittsburgh is ranked number 5. Number 10, BYU upset by West Virginia 3-2. And then Miami shuts out North Carolina State 3-0. They're number 22. Number 23, Florida wins 3-1 over Auburn. And number 3, Kentucky shuts out Ole Miss 3-0. And number 1, Nebraska defeats number 16, Penn State 3-0. All right, a lot more scores than that, but, it's good enough, I think. All right, and let's see. All right. Oh, the Rangers. That's right. The Rangers have inked a deal for a new manager. It's Skip Schumacher. Schumacher, and he does a 4-year deal. He was already on the staff, but they do a little extra there, and they get him in there. And if you are a fantasy football player, Lamar Jackson will not play this Sunday due to a hamstring. All right? So there you go. And I think that's it, yeah? Yeah, That's good. All right, so that is your sports and your scores and all of that. And that's going to do it for me, I believe. I think I'm going to step out and go home and get some rest. All right? Oh, that's right. I was going to look and see who Texas played for Jimmy. I forgot to do that. Jimmy. All right, let me do it. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Football. All right, let's go check it out. Who does Texas play? Let's see. Oh, Vanderbilt, Alabama. Go Vandy. Florida hosts Texas. That's who that is. So in the SEC, you got Georgia hosting Kentucky. You got Michigan hosting Wisconsin. Purdue hosting Illinois. Cincinnati hosting Iowa State. That could be it could be a trap game. Alabama hosting Vanderbilt. I still like Vanderbilt in that game. I'm just going to say that. There's another game. San Diego State beating Colorado State 45-18 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. All right, Florida hosting Texas. Penn State at UCLA. Virginia at Louisville. And Boise at Notre Dame. Kent State at Oklahoma. Texas Tech at Houston. And then A&M hosting Mississippi State. A&M's shocking the world right now. Minnesota at number 1, Ohio State. Number 3, Miami at Florida State. Western Kentucky at Delaware. Oh, that's a final, though. Western Kentucky defeats Delaware 27-24. Told you about the Bulls and Charlotte. And then you had Brown taking on Rhode Island 28-21. Princeton defeats Columbia 17-10. And then San Jose State defeats University of New Mexico 35-28. So there it is. That is your final scores. All right. Well, guess what? I'm done. I'm going home. That's right. So with that being said, this is the Sonic, America's Drive-In High School Scoreboard and Coaches Show right here on Cass County Radio, KALT. We will be broadcasting live tomorrow at East Texas Meat Slingers. Hope to see you there. Take care. God bless. And see you next time.
Reduced down payments and thousands off lot models that include all furniture and decor. That's enough selling points for a touchdown and more. Run into the red zone at Clayton Homes with their last remaining